All right. I want y'all to know that I actually was on time. I was on time, but family was here, and apparently, family, well, still is here. Family dropped a glass, which shattered in the kitchen. And so they had to get all the dogs, all the kitties, and everybody out of the kitchen. That is why I was late to the stream. Just so we are clear. Just wanted to put that out there. Having said that, so apparently, Biden pardoned freaking, what's his name, Hunter? Is that correct? Did I read that right? That Biden pardoned Hunter? Now I'm trying to understand something, because I could have sworn that he said he wasn't going to pardon Hunter. Isn't that what he said? Or am I tripping? Isn't that not what he said, bro? That he wasn't going to pardon Hunter? Or am I tripping? Isn't that what he said? He said he would? I thought he said he wouldn't. Right? That was up to the DOJ and, you know, them to do all that. I don't recall him saying that he would pardon Hunter. Because if he was going to pardon Hunter, and then what was the point of going through all this rigmarole? Am I missing something? Right? Hunter pardon. He hasn't been convicted yet? Negro, if you had the amount of video evidence that Hunter had, your black ass would be sitting in prison right now. Just so we're clear. Your black butt would be sitting in prison right now. I'm trying to see something. I'm just. Oh my God, bro. What do you mean? All right. Hold on. Are we back up? Would I pardon my son? Yeah, absolutely. But I would also make sure that my son wouldn't do some stupid shit. So therefore I wouldn't have to pardon him.
News special report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Davis at ABC News headquarters here in New York. We're coming on the air this hour with breaking news. President Biden has just pardoned his son Hunter on gun and tax charges that he was facing. The president reversed his previous position. He had long said that he would not pardon Hunter, expressing...
Is that not what I said? Is that not what I said? Is that not what I said? Y'all said that he would. Y'all said that he would do it. Nah, Mofo said he wouldn't do it. Mofo said that he wouldn't do it. So he went back on what he said.
Faith in the justice system and the rule of law. President Biden was emphatic, telling our David Muir this summer that he would not pardon his son when he was directly asked. And Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters on Monday that the president had spoken on the issue. ABC's chief Washington correspondent.
I just want to make sure. Pardon, son. Just so we're clear.
With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
So what he said 5 months ago. But I guess he said that expecting that Kamala Harris would be president and Kamala Harris would then pardon him.
You are still Mr. President, do you plan on continuing to
All right. You said no. He said no, right? Okay.
Jonathan Karl joins us now on the phone. And John, does this come as a surprise to you?
Holy hell, man.
Lindsay, frankly, it doesn't come as a surprise to me. I know President Biden, as you said, was emphatic when he told David Muir that he would not pardon his son Hunter.
Politicians lie? Nah, bro, that's... When you go... Politicians lie because you allow them to lie. It's the same thing with Trump. Trump lies because his fucking base allows him to lie. I just, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Where's the country going? Because if you can't hold anyone accountable because they all lie, then it's like, what are we talking about? Then you might as well just be quiet and get the, you know, the mark of the beast, whatever, and be about your day. Stop complaining about New World Order and all of this, and well, they're taking away our rights. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just irritating.
The White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, was asked this many times over the following several months after that interview, and she reiterated there were, you know, that a pardon was off the table. But look, this is the president's son. It comes on, you know, the day after that Donald Trump was announced that Kash Patel would be his FBI director, a move that signaled that Donald Trump's administration would be taking seriously the idea of retribution on his political enemies. I don't think that there will be many.
Trump isn't going to do any of that. What are we talking about? Trump's not going to do any of that. Trump didn't even fucking go after Hillary Clinton, bro. What are we talking about? Genuinely, what are we talking about? Trump didn't even go after Obama. After he alleged they spied on his campaign. Like, he's not going to do any of this, bro. He's not going to do any of this. Trump's a big pushover when it comes to all this corruption. Oh my God, bro, this is insane.
People, Democrats, Republicans, Americans that are surprised that Joe Biden decided that his son, facing these two separate investigations, two separate trials, two separate convictions, would decide that he would pardon his son at this point.
And what kind of punishment would Hunter have faced had his dad not pardoned him?
We don't know. We would have had a trial, and the jury would have found him guilty or innocent.
He faced the possibility of significant jail time. I mean, these were both serious charges. The tax trial out in California, the gun charges in Delaware, both faced the possibility of sentences, and he was facing sentencing later this month. Both could have resulted in jail time. And look, Joe Biden knows his son Hunter is somebody who is a recovering drug addict. The idea of serving time in prison could well have been a death sentence to him. This was, you know, I know that that Joe Biden has said at times that he lost one of his sons. He lost Bo to brain cancer, and he has confided to people, "I'll be damned if I'm going to lose another one."
I mean, I hear you on that. I hear you, but they don't say you won't fucking pardon him then. Don't say that. Right? Be an actual politician and give a diplomatic answer instead of giving a definitive answer, which was no. Because now, it makes you come off as a liar. And, I mean, nobody gives a fuck right now because You're about a few days out from leaving, but still.
And I think he had real concerns about the possibility that his son.
He did it his first term. Who are you talking about? Trump? What are you talking about? He doesn't go after the powerful people. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm talking about Trump. Michael Dudley. If Trump can pardon J6, seriously, but that's okay. Listen, Trump never said that he wouldn't pardon January 6 people. That's what you have to understand. What about Michael Cohen? What about Michael Cohen? Michael Cohen went to jail, bro. He went to prison. What was it for? 3 years? What does that got to do with anything? Trump made it very clear that he would pardon them. So if you say stuff out loud, it's okay? Yes. To an extent, 100%. If I say I'm going to slap you in your fucking face if you touch that button, even though, hey, we shouldn't put hands on people. That's not the right way to go about it. We should talk. But if I say I'm going to smack you in your face if you touch that button, and you touch that button, and you get smacked in your face, you may not agree with it, but I told you what I was going to fucking do. I told you that's what I was going to do. I told you that's what I was going to do. So I'm a man of my word. Whether or not you like what my word is, I'm a man of my word. Biden, I'm not going to do it. Sir, are you sure you're not gonna commit his sentencing if he gets sentenced? I'm not gonna do it. No. And then we get this shit. Trump already said he was gonna as far as shield the J6ers. He already said that. He said many of them that they were wrongfully prosecuted and persecuted, and I got them. That's what he said. Now, whether or not he comes out and does that, that'll be a different story. Now, if he doesn't do that, then no, he's not a man of his word. But he already said he was going to do it. Whether you like it or not, that's what he said he was going to do. But him saying that he's not going to do it and then turn around and do it, like, what the fuck is this, man? What is this? The whole point is that somebody's supposed to have some high ground, bro. Nobody has any high ground here. Nobody has any high ground. Not that high ground honestly matters in politics, but then don't commit to anything. That's all. Just don't commit to anything. This is as simple as that. I just say don't commit to anything. He said no, and then turned around and did it. Don't fucking commit to anything. I don't see what the issue is. Just say, yeah, it's an ongoing, investigation, whatever you want to say, however they want to say it. Same way police and everyone else does it. But don't say no and then turn around and say, and do the exact opposite. I don't like that. I don't think anyone should like that. I don't think the moment in time when we start saying, yeah, but we're cooked, bro. Why we are where we are right now. Is that we're cooked. The reason we are where we are right now is that the mofos who are fucking Trump's core base, they ain't holding him accountable. Trump can do anything and do and say anything he wants. And they'll be like, okay. There has to be a fucking adult, bro. There has to be an adult. That's how I see it. There has to be an adult. There has to be. Right? Because if there's not an adult in the room, then it's like, y'all both kids. Y'all are both kids. Mitch McConnell, right? Obama did, he said, okay, I'm not going to do it. They're not allowing me to pick the Supreme Court. Fine. No one should be allowed to buy what Mitch McConnell said, all that bullshit. Then they turn around and let Trump do the same thing. I don't think this is the way to go about it. So we will get more Trumps. We gotta at least defend democracy. This isn't fucking defending democracy. Stop acting like this nigga was not guilty. If Hunter Biden, if any black person in the fucking chat had done what the fuck Hunter Biden had done, his black ass would be motherfucking in prison, bro. In prison. Video of you doing coke, Video fucking you and you fucking with prostitutes, all this shit, your ass would be done. Toast. Okay? Toast. Simple as that. Simple as that. So if you want to have this forgiveness shit, great. Have this manifest itself in some policy. By all means, have this manifest itself in some policy. In some drug policy, in some police reform policy, right? Where people who are have addictions, maybe you don't go to jail, that they take you to a rehab first. How about you do that? How about you do that? All I know is if I had the same videos, or if you had the same videos and the evidence, the fucking bountiful evidence of Hunter Biden, your black ass will be done. You let your black ass get caught with a fucking firearm and you're not supposed to have the firearm or whatever. Your ass is toast, bro. Especially out here in Cali. They don't fuck around like that. They don't fuck around like that. And God forbid you have prior charges. Bro, they're going to boost those charges. They're going to add on top of that. That's automatic. Oh, you already had previous? Pfft. Done. Now you're dealing with minimum sentences. Sentencing in some cases. What are we talking about? So if you want to do that for him, then great. Do something for the American people. That's what I would say. Do something for the American people. That's all. I guess Lucas got to see his viewers complain about tariffs and shit and not being able to live comfortably. You will realize this shit does not matter. Nigga, it does matter. The problem is that you think it doesn't matter. That's the problem. That's the problem. You don't think it matters. All of this shit matters, bro. All of it matters. All of it matters. Nobody likes the nepotism when it comes to fucking Trump, and nobody likes a fucking bold-faced liar and the nepotism when it comes to fucking Biden. They found fucking crack in the White House, fam. You let an officer find some crack in your car and then tell me it doesn't matter. You let an officer think you have fucking weed in your car and then tell me it doesn't matter. Get the fuck, you must not be black. 609, what's the disagreement?
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Still alive.
Okay, listen. I was just listening to the last person that was on your show, and he was coming, but he was telling you all the reasons why he didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. That's all that was. He was justifying voting for Trump. Evidently, he must don't know what policy is. Trump does not have an economic plan. Trump don't have a civil rights plan. His plan is to destroy everything that benefits black people, which there isn't that much in the United States government that benefits black people. His plan is to turn back the hand of time to help them to stop teaching black history, stop blacks from seeking reparations, anything that would benefit blacks. These people like him are against that. He just didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris because he's like a lot of other gentlemen that say they just couldn't vote for a woman, but he's just not man enough to say it. That's all that is.
Don't disagree.
Now, say again?
Don't disagree.
Oh, well, my thing is this. They got 2 years to the next election for the House and some Senate members. So why all these people that know why Kamala Harris lost, why they are not on these podcasts talking about uniting people to pick a candidate and back them politically, emotionally, socially, and financially, so we can have the candidates our choice. But if he thinks he got anything coming from Donald Trump, if he look at Donald Trump cabinet, where are the black people All those blacks that was out there for Donald Trump, all those black rappers that was out there for Donald Trump, all those blacks with that N on their shirt for Donald Trump. I don't see any blacks getting any jobs except one. I guess that's the black man job. So where are all those people now? Why they are not complaining about what Trump are not doing? Because he haven't put any black in any key position other than HUD. So I don't hear anybody asking why. I don't hear anybody now talking about what Trump are going to do for black people. If you don't have black representation at the table, who's going to speak up for black people? Those are the questions that I have. And I thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. He's 100% correct. He's 100% correct. But you have to understand, all these people were just, I'd say they were COINTELPRO. I'd say they were agents, provocateurs. That's what I say. Because they didn't care about Trump helping black people or even helping the country. They just hated Kamala. That's it. They were willing to cut off their nose to spite their face. That's what they did, bro. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. But this, I don't agree with this. I think this is bullshit. I think this is bullshit. Now, you can say the other party has done this, this, and this, and this. And I agree. I think that's bullshit too. But the Republican Party has become a party of fucking idiots. Completely fucking idiotic, unscrupulous deviants. That's what the Republican Party has become. And if you're just like, well, we you know, we're going to do the same thing, then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because now you place people in a position where they have to defend this, right? Now you place people in a position where they have to defend this. I'm not defending this. You're out of your mind. I'm not defending this. But I guarantee Republicans are going to attack. They're going to attack on this. 248. 248, what's the disagreement?
Hey, Lucas, how are you? Happy belated Thanksgiving.
You as well.
I'm just trying to understand your perspective about President Biden pardoning his son. And I know you're just getting started talking about it, so I don't want to call in too early when you...
Yeah, it's very simple. He said he wouldn't. He went back on his word and did it.
I guess a couple things about that that I'm thinking right now as I'm processing this is when he said that he was running for president. Not that it makes it right or wrong that he lied or changed his mind now, but at the time, he was doing everything to get elected. If he would have said he was going to pardon his son, that would have been a detriment towards his election. When he then bows out and Kamala is running, he, I'm assuming, had hopes that she would have won and that his son wouldn't be in the predicament that he very likely would be in when the next administration comes and all the people that are now going to be in charge of the FBI or different departments. And I agree we shouldn't lie, but yet the incoming president has lied more than anybody, and his feet are never being held to the fire. And not that that makes lying right, but we have to understand, too, that I would believe that most people would want to pardon one of their children to prevent what very likely could happen, jail time or whatnot, prison.
I don't disagree. Then don't say that you won't pardon your son. It's that simple. Because he said that when he was running and also during his presidency.
Understood, and I'm not saying that he should lie and not be held accountable for that now, but I think all of us change our mind about stuff. At one time, we have a very strong feeling about something, and life events happen, or perspective change, and we then reconsider. And I have no way of knowing what's in his mind. I can only assume, again, with the incoming administration and what they're, threatening or promising is about to happen through the FBI or, whatnot, that he wanted to protect his son. So that's why I was just trying to understand a little more. I get that he shouldn't have lied. But again, I think in all fairness, all of us change our mind about stuff. And I don't see how, in the big scheme of things right now, that is the most important thing on the agenda for all of us.
I think it's important to the credibility of the Democrat Party.
True.
Because if you have candidates who will change their mind mid-election, then how do you trust that they'll do anything they said that they're going to do?
You're right, and that is an issue. But I think seeing what's happened with MAGA and the incoming president, every word out of his mouth is a lie. He's now going to be our president in less than 2 months. How are we going to believe anything he says, even if he made promises? So again, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I was just trying to understand a little more.
No, it's fine, but no one believes Trump, right? The only people who believe him are his staunch base, like his staunch hardcore base. Everyone else with an IQ above room temperature doesn't believe a damn thing he says.
But do you think that people really believed President Biden when they were saying, oh, he's losing his mind, we can't trust what he's saying, he doesn't even know what he's doing? I'm not making excuses. Again, I'm just, asking. I don't know if anybody thought President Biden was 100% telling the truth about everything all the time.
I don't disagree, but at least there's some plausible deniability to that extent. When you say you're not going to do something repeatedly and then do exactly what you said you're not going to do, excuse me, not that this is as far as, a reflection, maybe not a reflection of the Democrat Party, given that he stepped down, but it's not a good look. And I think it builds more fuel for the fire for Republicans.
True, but I think they pick up on any crumb and use it to fuel their fire, no matter how small of an infraction. And I'm not saying that this is a small infraction. I mean, lying is lying. But then again, the Democratic Party is being held to a standard that's, in the penthouse, and the Republicans are still in the basement with their standards. And it's just, again, I'm not making any excuses.
I don't disagree, though. But what's the solution? Is the solution then to go in the gutter as far as our standards with the Democrat as well as the Republicans?
The solution or the hope is then, he's on the way out the door. Not that it makes it okay again, but he is not going to continue being the president. So at this point, he did what he did. He said an untruth, or he lied, however you want to call it. He's gone in less than 2 months. What standards are we holding for the future of the Republican Party and the future of the Democratic Party? The next candidate, how can we force people to tell the truth? What candidate can we guarantee?
In this case, there's nothing you can do, because there's nothing you can hold over him.
Well, I'm here kind of on a side note talking about pardons. I don't know if you heard either today or during the night or yesterday that Trump has appointed or nominated his Jared Kushner's father.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, to be the ambassador to France or something like that.
Yes, and do you know the scandal behind him being, convicted and pardoned by Trump in the last presidency? Do you know?
I haven't dived into that story yet. No.
Oh, okay. I would ask, whether it's in this stream or a future one, look into what Jared Kushner's father was convicted of.
Okay.
And then he was pardoned for that. which you will not believe how egregious and evil what he did was, and you'll understand when you look into it, and to be pardoned and now be appointed the ambassador to France. So in regards to pardons, I mean, when you read the story, President Biden pardoning his son on the way out the door, even if he lied, is not even holding a candle to what the pardon was for the senior Kushner and what he did to get convicted.
I don't disagree.
Okay. And again, I just wanted to pick your brain a little more. It's harder doing it through the live chat. And, you know, again, I'm always open to understanding and hearing other people's sides to help me with, you know, forming thoughts and opinions. And you just seemed very passionate about it. And I just trying to understand a little more in depth your point of view about why this, you know, is, in my words, was being made a big deal of. And again, I'm not condoning or saying we should lie. I'm not saying that at all.
I hear you. All right. Well, I appreciate the call.
Thanks. I appreciate your time. Have a good evening.
You as well. It still rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It just rubs me the wrong way. 659. What's the disagreement?
Oh, man. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, bet. That last lady that you just had on there, she need to. I don't know what the problem is with that. Like we keep having conversations and disagreements about this and that. I'm like, they literally just put a felon in the White House. So I don't understand about nitpicking what somebody does on one side. Can we? Here, I want to ask you a question, Lucas. Do you agree that both sides?
I hear you. I just don't know how do you move through these political streets then.
Say it again.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't know how you move through these political streets. Do we just then choose? I guess it really is what, the lesser of two evils?
No, I don't deal in that. I don't operate that way, and I think a lot of Americans need to stop operating that way. I think we need to just call them both out for what it is. Does that make sense?
I agree. I don't disagree. But I feel what's happening is that people are emphasizing that, hey, you're causing this big stir over this in comparison to what Trump has done and is doing. That this is a nothing burger.
I don't believe it's a nothing burger. I wouldn't categorize it that way. A lot of people that voted for him are going to realize why they voted for Joe Biden in the next coming years. I believe that. But the Democrats know better. And I'm not coming to you as a Republican because I don't fuck with none of them. I believe they all are in the same boat together. They might pick different points on this side or that side that they disagree on, or at least they try to portray it to everybody else that they disagree on. But both of them are on the same thing. But they just literally put a felon in the White House. So that's one point that we can all stick on. But with what the last lady said, I highly disagree with a lot of it because I think that's the problem. That's the nexus of the problem where we got to where we are right now. Because it's all of this, what about this, what about that, forgiving this, forgiving that, understand this. The politicians are not. I don't care what anybody thinks, and I think a lot of people need to understand this. Yes, me and you as everyday people might change our mind on things, but we hold these other people to a higher standard. So what's the point of making an excuse for somebody that you give more power than you have? I'm not going to make an excuse for a president. I'm not going to make an excuse for a senator. I'm not going to make an excuse for a governor. But we have so many Americans that walk around here on a day-to-day basis making excuses for people that have more power than them, people that can ruin their lives if they choose to. I'm not cool with that. Trump's a piece of shit. Donald Trump definitely, well, we already know what the fuck it is when it comes to that. But Biden wasn't no better when it really comes down to it. I just don't understand about this excuse-making stuff when it comes. Here you go. I want to ask you, why did you not check her on that?
Check her on what?
When she made an excuse that Joe Biden changed his mind, like,
because she said she
doesn't
wasn't.
get that
She
pass.
acknowledged that it wasn't good.
Yeah, but they don't get that pass, right? Or do you think they get that pass?
I don't think they should get that pass. But I guess it goes back to, I mean, I can see it as like, did you ever see The Watchmen?
Yeah. TV series?
So you know Rorschach, right?
Yeah.
Where Rorschach was like, no, they deserve to know.
Mhm.
And he's like, yo, if you tell them that, we're gonna have war, right? It's gonna be it's gonna be a problem, as opposed to peace.
Agreed.
So I guess it depends on who are you in that situation. Are you more of, hey, this is for the greater good, or like, no, they deserve to know the truth. That's not good. That's not right.
Yo, when it came down to this election, who was your choice again?
I was for Kamala.
I want to ask you this question. This serious because I watch your content from time to time, but I don't keep up with everything. But is she black?
Yes.
Explain that to me.
What do you mean?
How is she black?
Her father's black. She identifies as black. She looks black. She's black.
How did you get that her father is black? Because I think this is one of the biggest reasons that Democrats lost a lot of voters.
What do you mean?
Nah, he's Jamaican. He's not black.
He very much is black.
How do you figure?
Well, because he doesn't qualify for any of the other races.
Her dad was a white Jamaican.
Have you seen her father?
Yeah, I saw the pictures of him. I literally have the picture right in front of me right now.
Do you understand that there are light-skinned black people?
Yeah, he wasn't a light. He looks more Indian than anything.
Okay. He looks.
In my honest opinion.
Huh?
In my honest opinion.
So she identifies as black. Now what?
I don't believe that. I think that was one of the bigger reasons that she lost the election.
Oh wait, but she
I think that's one
identifies
of the
as black,
biggest
and people accept her as black, for the most part.
Not people don't. People really don't. That's the reason that she lost.
People, they see her as a black woman. There's like a handful, maybe an outlier of a few people that don't.
Well, I don't know, and this could be anecdotal just for myself, but I don't know who you've been talking to or who, and I'm pretty sure you're more in depth into the political state more than I am. But the people that I spoke to, when they saw the video of her on there with the girl from The Office, the little Indian girl, I forget whatever her name is, and she said, "Yeah, you're Indian just like me," and she was like, "Yeah." People kind of caught on.
Just like her.
She's not black though. That's the whole point.
So she
when
has
you're black,
Indian.
you claim black.
So she would be mixed, right? She has black and Indian.
Her father's not black though. That's the whole point.
Okay, so if he identifies as black, she identifies as black, then I don't understand what the problem is.
Would you consider Elon Musk black?
No, I wouldn't consider it. Well, does Elon Musk identify as black?
It doesn't matter about what you identify as.
No, I think it does.
It
very much does have a part to play. Because there are plenty of black people out there that are black that identify as white.
Okay, and I agree. I agree with that. And that's the same conundrum that we're dealing with right now. If I told you, because right now, here, just so you know, I'm a black man. But if I came around you and I told you I identify as white, would you consider me white?
I would consider you an idiot.
I'm just saying, that's the same thing. I think that's the biggest reason that a lot of people didn't vote for her. Because we saw who your father was. And I understand that, and we saw it all over all the different CNN, MSNBC, and all these other different networks. It was like her father's Jamaican. Just because you're born in
What do you mean
Jamaica
Jamaican?
doesn't make you
Jamaican
black.
is not a race of people. What are you talking about?
Exact. I get that, but when most people hear that, because remember, we're talking to the idiots in society. Americans are dumb. When they hear Jamaica, they automatically think black.
Like Jamaicans comes in all shapes and colors. No, the Jamaican people
No.
historically and even presently are a vast majority black.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When people hear Jamaican, they automatically think black. Just like if you say South American, South African, you're going to automatically think black. But there are other people that can come from those groups, right?
Sure.
That's why when she said what she said, that's why all the news networks never came out and said that she was black. Because
What do
they
I
saw
care
who
what the
her
news
father
networks
was.
say? News networks say a whole bunch of stuff. They'll say if somebody's black, if they're Indian, depending on what they do.
I agree. But that's the reason that she didn't win the election. Because it seemed like she was cosplaying. And that's why I don't like the whole term identifying as. You don't identify as anything. You are what you are. And she's not black.
The only people
That's why
I
I don't
see
get-
bringing this up were racists. That's it. That's the only people.
Well,
So
I know.
what I saw in many black people, unfortunately, they were promoting and regurgitating racist talking points.
No, I agree. Look, I can agree that it originated from the racists. I'll give you that.
Yes, and
I'm
it was
not
a
even gonna
very
hold you on that.
uneducated black people who kept on promoting this foolish talking point. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't, let's say she is cosplaying, just for sake of argument, what the fuck does it matter if her policies are going to benefit black people? If Rachel Dolezal is going to run for president and identify as a black woman and then talk about, hey, black people need reparations, you don't know who Rachel Dolezal is?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said. Rachel Dolezal. Okay, keep going.
If Rachel Dolezal was going to run for president as a black woman and was like, yo, black people deserve reparations, why do I give a damn as far as what she is or what she looks like? What does it matter if her policies are going to benefit me?
Well, here, it matters in the sense of, and honestly, I'm be real with you. It doesn't matter whether she was black or not in the grand scheme of things.
But you just said that as a reason as far as why black people didn't vote for her, which isn't the case because
I'm about
all
to
the black
break
people
it
that
down for
voted,
you.
majority voted for Kamala Harris.
No, I'm gonna break it down for you why it does matter, but it didn't matter. Because two things can be the same at the same time. It didn't matter if she was black or white, but it mattered that she said she was black. Does that make sense?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the reason that she lost. And then on top of that, them pushing her in there at the last minute, 3 months out, 3.5 months out, that was a big problem. And now we've shown what America really is about, where they don't really care about anything. They put a fucking felon into the White House. We've shown what America is, but that is an issue that the Democrat Party needs to really realize, and they need to start learning how to message to everybody. You can't get people just saying, "Oh, she's a black woman."
No,
People
it's
are
not
gonna
about
question
messaging.
things.
Hold on. I'll disagree. It's not about messaging. Her messaging was perfectly fine. Absolutely
You
fine.
think?
100%. I think what we have to deal with is silencing or overpowering the swath of black people who have audiences that are leading black people astray. That's what I think. So when it comes to certain FBA individuals or ADOS or any of these other goofies, I think that's what needs to happen. They either need to be silenced or their voices need to be dimmed by bigger voices.
Really, the FBAs?
100%. They're politically retarded, for lack of better words. And with with that political retardation, they have now become weapons to be used against their own people and their own interests.
All right, here. I do want to ask this question. Originally, where are you from?
I'm from LA, born and raised.
LA. All right, born and raised in LA. So I understand you got a different move, a different shake. It's different. I'm from Alabama. Down here, Edmund Pettus Bridge, all that woo-woo stuff. I don't think FBAs need to be silenced, but I do have an issue with the same people that I think you have an issue with. The ones who ran over the great Trump supporter motherfuckers, like the people that are actually advocating for their own demise. Is that the people that you're talking about?
That would be FBA.
Yeah. I don't believe that's all FBAs. I believe that they just popped up.
It's not all. It's not all of anything. I'm sure you can find a white supremacist who's like, well, I don't have a problem. I don't really hate black people, but the vast majority, yes, they are politically. They're political simpletons.
I don't believe that's the vast majority. I just believe that's the people that they put in front of us.
I believe that's and if that's the people that they put in front of us, I believe that's a representation of a bigger group. Unfortunately,
no, I believe that's just the people here. I believe the people that want to keep us down, those are the people that they put in front of us, not the actual majority.
I think the actual majority of that group are simpletons as well. And I think they're all looking for a leader. They're looking for someone to lead them. I don't have a problem with that. I just think that the people that are leaders that don't want to call themselves leaders, but then lead and do events and organizations and stuff like that, they're leading these people off the cliff. And that's having a negative impact for the rest of the collective.
Well, yeah, I like that. I like that you said it like that. And this is one thing that I would say to everybody. Stop looking for a leader.
No, there's nothing wrong with the leader. Absolutely, you need a leader. There's nothing wrong with the leader. Absolutely not.
No, there is something wrong with when you look for the leader. Be the leader that you want to be. Be the leader that you want to lead you.
All those, I don't know, white girl posters, that doesn't work in real life.
Which ones are you talking about?
Everything that doesn't work in real life. Well, to be the leader you want, that's white girl poster stuff. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't work in real life. No, you absolutely do need a leader. 100%. You need someone who is going to fight for your people and has as far as mutual interests. Now, I would say you don't create a leader who doesn't want to be one. But if someone has the brains, the knowledge, and the how-to, then absolutely. Let them go ahead and lead.
No. Here you go. Understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't acquiesce to a person that has a skill set. I'm saying don't go into the woods looking for somebody to lead you. Try to be that, and if you have somebody that does the job better,
I hear you, but everyone is looking for a leader. Everyone.
I don't look for a leader, and that's the problem in our society.
I think that's great. You're talking on an individual basis. I'm talking about as far as the collective, as far as large swaths of people. They are looking for someone that knows better, that has their interests, that cares about them, that has some type of empathy towards whether or not they wake up tomorrow.
Well, if that's the case, if that's what we have, and I actually will agree with you on that. We have a lot of people that are followers. We have a lot of sheep. If the Democrat Party wants to win, and I'm more leaning towards the Democrat Party more than the Republican. I will never be a Republican, but I'll lean more to the Democrat Party. Then how about we actually advocate for the Democrat Party to put up somebody that actually represents us?
That is not their responsibility to do. That is our responsibility to do.
No, if they want our votes.
They have been receiving our vote for the last few decades. That is not their responsibility. That is our responsibility.
I'm not talking about black people.
Then what people are you talking about?
I'm talking about all Americans.
I don't give a fuck about all Americans. All due respect. All Americans aren't in the same predicament. So if you want to do all Americans, you go on All American, I don't know, a podcast or a phone line. This isn't an All American. There's one group of people in this country who have not gotten any type of service ever since we've been here. So no, we can't focus on all Americans until we focus on the people that have been wronged, that have never been had any type of restitution.
Well, here, if that's the type of speed you're on, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I'm all about black, brother. That means we can't be going at our FBAs. We have to actually educate the FBAs on what actually should be what it is.
We have to go at those people. You either silence them or you recruit them. That's it. Those are only two options with people like that. So either somebody either goes night, all right, digitally speaking, or they get on code. It's as simple as that. But we can't be having these people who are leading the sheep astray. That's problematic. If you have a shepherd that's leading a good chunk of your sleep, even if it's not really a good chunk of your sleep, but it appears to the public as a good chunk of your sleep off of a cliff, that needs to be dealt with.
Oh, look, I believe. I agree with you. I believe exactly what you're saying because I would want to go through every church
go on. Give me one
in
second.
the South.
All right, I'm back. My fault.
I was waiting on you, man. I was waiting on you.
But as far as I'm good. That's how I see it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna hold you, man, because I think me and you both are at least internally fighting the same fight. But we got to check the people on the side that will be most likely to do something for us. We got to check them because they ain't got complacent.
I agree. But did you hear what you said? We have to check them. They're not going to check themselves.
Oh, look, everything happens from action. There's never. There should never be any confusion.
That's entirely my point. So if we're voting for this party at record and consistent numbers, then it's up to us to voice our distaste for what's going on. We've got to become active in the party.
You know what my political stance was for this election?
What?
And what I was advocating for other people to do?
What?
Don't vote. Don't vote. If you black, don't vote.
I would not
say
advocate.
That's dumb?
Yes, I would say that's dumb because no other group of people has that as a political option.
What did the difference? You've been advocating to it. Well, hang on. You've been alluding to it multiple times. What does the majority of the black community vote for?
The majority votes for Democrats.
Exactly. If we took those votes away and they lost, do you think they would change their mindset?
No, because the issue is not as far as black people voting on election day. The issue is as far as being politically active during the 4 years.
Yeah, state and local matters a lot. I think that
most black people don't know anything about
with.
State and local. Most black people don't have a basic civics understanding. Most black people only come out during November. So that is the problem.
Why is that though?
I mean, there's a litany of reasons as far as why is that. And many of those reasons are out of our control. But
now, a lot of it is in our control, in my understanding.
I agree. There is a lot of that's in our control, but there's also a lot that's out of our control. So if the only time you're going to show up is November, November 5th or whatever, then yeah, you're going to get treated like you've been treated. You don't come up with any demands. You're not, as far as involved or engaged in the political system. The only time you come out is during general election. Yeah, nobody's going to take you seriously.
Well, majority of the people that vote, and I think you actually know this, majority of the people that vote in the black community are the elders. We have some of the young people that are slowly starting to get into it, but it's mainly the old folks. The old folks are the ones who are out here going on a consistent basis, voting every 4 years. I think if we actually start pushing the message forward, like, look, control your state, control your local elections. governor, senator.
That's great, but those words don't mean anything. Governor, senator doesn't mean anything.
It's not about it meaning something. We got to start somewhere, right?
Yes, but what needs to be done is messaging. As far as relating to people, what is the power? How does the governor impact you? It's sales. That's what it is. It's sales 101. How does this product, how does this governor, how does this senator impact you? What are they responsible for? Do you not like the road that you live on? You think it has cracks in it? Who do we have to call to make sure that doesn't happen? Who do we have to call to repair that?
Look,
there has to be some education there.
Look, I'm with you on that. And the sad part is you're doing the job you're doing the same thing that I'm trying to do. You're on social media. You're trying to spread the word, and that's the fastest way to get a lot of information around in these days. Because people ain't reading no papers and nothing like that. But we need to beat that down in people's heads.
I don't disagree.
We got to beat it down.
I don't disagree.
We got to. Now, I think me and you actually have, I didn't call in to disagree with you. That's the funny part. I actually agree with you on a lot. I just think it's a few small things that we can switch up to actually get the thing done. Because I just heard that lily white woman come in here and complain about, make an excuse.
Well, we that's the point that she was making, that she wasn't making an excuse, but in the totality of the situation, it wasn't comparable. And I agree with that.
It was an excuse. No, it was an excuse.
No, it doesn't have to be an excuse. If your son or your child, as far as I don't know, jaywalks, and then in response to that, the officer tasers them, breaks their leg, and then sends them to jail. Yes, we agree that what the child did was wrong. But in comparison to as far as the dude that's killing somebody right now, or possibly doing a rape or something, no, that wasn't that big of a deal for you to go about it that way. That's what she was making. The comparison it was bad, but in comparison to what Trump has done, it's not. You're blowing it out of proportion.
Look, I don't think it was a bad situation when it came down to Joe Biden saying he wasn't going to pardon his son, and then he pardoned his son. I don't think that's a big deal. Things that you just said, I believe that's a big deal. But it's a simple fact of people need to start holding.
Maybe it's just me because I view that as a big deal. Like that's crazy to me.
No, I think it's an issue when you have somebody say something. The one thing my grandfather brought me up on is if you say something, you stand on it, especially as a man. I don't care about what women do and all the kids do and all that shit. As a man, you say something, you stand on it. And when you backtrack on it, it brings doubt into people's minds. And it brought doubt into my mind. I already knew he was full of shit. I already knew Joe Biden was on that nonsense because he told us that he was going to give us some money. A lot of people don't remember. I don't know what it is about people having this dyslexic memory about things. When he was going to get elected, he was running in the first term to try to get in there. He said, if y'all elect me, I'm going to give y'all some money. And as soon as he got elected, he's like, well, Trump gave you a little bit of this, so I'm just giving you the other half of it. No, that ain't what you said. I hold people to that. Don't lie to my face and then have me just run around here and just gallop like, yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. He lied to me. I don't keep liars around me. Do you keep liars around you?
Overt liars? No.
That was an overt lie. Was it not?
I don't recall as far as what was the situation as far as the stimulus checks being less than what was promised.
When Biden was running, he said that he was going to give us a certain number.
I know what he said. I just don't remember as far as what happened during that time of him passing it. Whether the Democrats were like, "Nah, that's too much." I don't know what the entire situation was.
Well, here, I'll put it like this. It was less than what he actually said he was going to give, and that's the same thing I say to the Trump supporters. Because all the Trump supporters sit around here and act like everything was great when Trump was in office. Trump lied to you about COVID. I think he needs to be in prison just like George Bush. Because he lied to you and he allowed a lot of your Americans to die because he didn't want to mess his stock market up. I believe he should be in prison for that shit. And I'm standing 10 toes on that. But we have revisionist history where we don't remember what happened years ago. It didn't happen too long ago, and we should all remember that. He lied. Joe Biden lied right from the get-go. And then Kamala picked up the torch on the back end. We all knew that man was sickly in the head. Now, I ain't going to say he was sickly physically, but he was sickly in the head. We all saw it. But we can't sit here and act like Trump ain't sickly either. He's sickly. I ain't finna say that on your show because I don't want to get you, on crazy stuff. But that, we got to figure out a different way to actually get the message across to change this, because the Democrats are not working for us. Us as black people, me and you black, they're not working for us.
They're working as far as for the people who are on their butts, just like everyone else.
Say it again.
They're working for the people who are working for them.
And that's the problem. That's the problem right there. You just called it out. That's the problem. We not supposed to work for them. They supposed to work for us. And if we don't get out of that dynamic, what are we gonna get?
No, that's how it's very much that's how they're supposed to work. You work for them when it comes to voting. They work for you when it comes to legislation.
All right, here, go take this. Voting. Once every 2 years or every 4 years, right?
Uh-huh.
What are they doing in the meantime?
What do you mean, what are you doing in the meantime? It takes a while to get legislation passed. Depending on what as far as the makeup of the Congress is.
I get that. But a lot of legislation can be passed at the state level. States don't have to abide by the federal law. We know that. That's why you have states that have legalized marijuana.
Wait, what do you mean the state doesn't have to abide by the federal law?
That's why we have states that have legalized marijuana, and the federal government doesn't come in and shut that down when legally federal law says you can't have marijuana be legal, right?
The Fed trumped state. What do you mean?
Is weed legal in California?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
What's the federal law on marijuana? What's the federal law on marijuana?
I believe it's illegal.
It's illegal, right? Exactly. It's a level 3 drug, right?
I don't know what level it is.
The states can do what they want. And they've shown it multiple times. When Joe Biden was in office in the states, like the federal government said, this is what we're going to do. You had states come out and say, no, we're not abiding by that. Let the federal government come in here and do something. And the federal government didn't do nothing. It's going to come down to the states first before it comes down to the federal government. We're not going to change the federal government. They're going to get their dollars regardless. Does that make sense?
I'm not sure I understand. Republicans hated this stimulus check. They didn't want people staying home under a lockdown. The Dems pushed for it.
Who said that?
I don't know. Someone super did. I don't know. I have to look into it. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to someone making a promise, it's tough because you can make a promise. Like when it comes to George Floyd Policing Act, they could have gotten that bill passed, but it would have had to remove qualified immunity, which was the core of the bill.
Yes.
So there's a lot of bureaucracy and red tape when it comes to getting bills passed.
No, I agree, man. Look, there are going to be a lot of people that claim
someone lied if they're stopped via the opposing party.
Look, I agree. Because a lot of people don't understand that it's not Democrats, Republicans. The Democrats are on the side of everybody else, and the Republicans are racist. There are a lot of people that are racist and are cool with the status quo in the Democratic Party. That's why I say they're two sides of the same coin. But people need to realize that and call these people out. If they keep operating under this fantasy that, oh, the Democrats are on my side, they're never going to get anywhere.
Well, they are on your side.
Not really.
What do you mean not really? I don't understand.
What was that senator? I think he was out of Kentucky or Kansas or North Carolina. I can't remember his name. But they were trying to get something passed a few years ago. And it was this one guy that they kept pointing out. Old white guy. Kind of got like a little bird face. Looking like a fat bird face. I can't think of his name. You might know who I'm talking about. He kept like, no, if I don't get this, was it Kentucky? He might have been the governor out of Kentucky or the senator out of Kentucky. He was like, if I can't get this, I'm not going to vote for it. And he voted against a lot of the Democratic bills. All it took was one vote for him to say, yes, I'm going to vote for this with the Democrats. And he kept voting against it because he couldn't get the one thing he wanted. Joe Manchin, thank you. Thank you. I agree when it comes down to it that we have people on that side that are not doing shit. But that's a representation of the entire party. Do you not agree or you disagree?
I don't think that's a representation of the entire party.
It has to be. He wears a flag. That's why Trump does what he does. You're not a Republican. That like they literally come out with a term called rhinos, right? You know, rhinos, Republican name only.
Yeah.
If you ain't getting down with the get down, you are labeled a certain type of way. Democrats need to get on that type of time.
Yeah, the problem is that it's meaningless because it changes from person to person.
It can change from person to person. That's the whole point of it.
There's no
It should
consistency
change from person to person.
with what a rhino is.
No, the rhino is they're not going along with the gang.
Sure.
That's the whole point. If you're not going along with the gang, then get the hell up out of here. I'm going to label you something because you're not doing what we are as a collective trying to do, right?
Yes.
We need to start labeling that on the Democratic side and call these fuckers out. Joe Manchin should not be reelected. He shouldn't. But we going to keep saying he's a Democrat. And the people in that state are going to keep voting for him because he's a Democrat. When honestly, he votes majority Republican. Every time a bill comes, because you said something about, we got to get these bills. It takes time for these bills to come across. Well, when these bills get up for fucking vote, what is he doing? What is he doing? They said the same thing about Nikki Haley. Oh, she's just a rhino. What are they doing when we put them in there? And people need to understand, besides just having that D or that R on your name when you vote, doesn't automatically just give you my vote. Most Americans vote down ballot. And you know that. They vote down ballot. They don't even know who is in their district. They don't even know who's representing their state. They vote for the president and they vote down ballot. Like some dummies. And they don't understand why things don't never change. Some of the poorest states in this country are ran by Republicans, but they swear the Democrat cities mess them up. We need to start actually breaking that stuff down. People like you on the internet, doing the social media, doing the political talk. You need to call that out just like I need to call that when I talk about it. I focus more on the police, but you actually cover politics. And that's the thing that's really going to change what we're dealing with right now. Is it making sense to you, or do I sound crazy?
What are you saying needs to be covered?
We need to actually start talking about what's happening in local areas. Like this political, like this presidential stuff, we get it every 4 years. And then as soon as it passes, just like right now, people are going to move on to the next thing. But if you talk about what's actually happening in their local state areas, it will keep them more engaged. It'll keep them more engaged.
I understand, but not everyone who watches, a video is going to be in the same local area.
No, look, you can jump around. It doesn't really matter. Most states do the same thing. Like most states do the same thing. Like when it comes to covering up for the cops, allowing their judicial people like clerks and judges to get away with bullshit. But these are the people that are in power, allowing them to get away with it. They do that in every state. If you start harping on, and I'm not telling you what to do, You do what the hell you want to do, because that's something that I like to get on. If you start tagging these folks, people will start realizing, yeah, it's happening in Florida. It's happening in Georgia. It's happening in Ohio. It's happening in Cali. It's happening in Arizona. People might start waking up, because a lot of people don't realize stuff until it happens at their front doorstep. Fuck the 4 years of a president popping up. If you start hitting these people on the head right from the get-go, these people that are running for president, Kamala would have never came out of California if we would have hit her on the head from the get-go. Be real. Kamala would have never came up for president or vice president if we were hitting her on her head for what she was doing out there in Cali.
I'm unaware of anything she's doing out here in Cali that was frowned upon, other than her, as far as abiding to what what's that bald white guy, Brown, I forgot his name. Yeah, she
Quincy.
No. Something Brown, white guy out here in Cali. But yeah, I looked up Jerry Brown. There we go. That's his name. Fucking Jerry Brown. Yeah, she didn't do anything crazy.
No, she got along with the get along. That's the problem.
I'm unaware of anything she did that would be frowned upon.
She helped prosecute bullshit cases.
I'm unaware of any bullshit case that she prosecuted or helped prosecute.
Hell, do you believe that the war on drugs was a bullshit initiative?
The war on drugs?
Yeah, do you think that was a bullshit initiative?
No, I don't think it was a bullshit initiative. I think possibly how it was executed, just like when it came to the war on coke or whatever, the war on crack. I think it's execution. But as far as trying to get drugs off the streets and whatnot, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Well, it was all encompassed. Crack, cocaine, whatever the hell. It was all encompassed underneath the war on drugs. She was an advocate for it, and the main people that they locked up were people that looked like me and you. And she was cool with...
I have no issue with that. Great. Get those niggas off the street. Awesome.
Okay, but guess what? She was the people that they targeted. And that's why we always say this stuff is disproportionate when it comes to people that look like us.
That has nothing to do with her. If law enforcement does that, that's up to them.
Yeah, but the DA has discretion to not prosecute or not prosecute.
If law enforcement gets people who are guilty for the crimes that they committed, then they're guilty.
Well, here, take this. Law enforcement doesn't determine whether somebody is guilty or not.
Right? I would beg to differ. They very much can, and they very much do every day.
Well, here, I want you to check a case out. It happened I think it's in Ohio. A cop actually put a son and a father on trial for doing something, and the grand jury, indicted the cop.
That's okay. That's great. What does this have to do with Kamala Harris?
People don't understand it. When in the grand scheme of things, she had. you know exactly what I'm saying. I think
because I think what people are trying to do is trying to do a blanket statement on Kamala Harris and everything that happened during the period of time that she was, AG or something.
She has discretion. She can choose. The DA chooses to prosecute cases. DAs can push cases away. And
okay,
she was
so what case
DA.
do you believe that she chose to go on with that you disagree with?
Look, if it was me and you up in there, I'm not prosecuting cases against people that look like me
Then I think that's foolishness.
Iffy.
I think that's foolishness.
No, I'm saying if it's iffy.
What do you mean if it's iffy? Well, okay, so if that's the case, what case did she prosecute that was iffy that you believe she should have dismissed?
I don't know.
So what are we talking about then? This is what I'm talking about. It's all a bunch of it's a lot of nonsensical, vague notions that people have about Kamala Harris. Everything from she's not black, her father ain't black, she did all this to black men, she locked them up. There's no details. There are actually no facts. It's just a bunch of feelings.
No,
and the problem is nobody can refute feelings. I can't refute you believing that her father isn't black, even though he was awarded to be one of the first black professors, I forgot, at the institution he was teaching at, to get tenure. I can't refute your feeling, though, with that, because you don't care. It'll just be like, well, I don't care. He's not black. There's nothing I can do about that. When it comes to the cases that people bring up, when it comes to her prosecuting black people and stuff like that, one of the main cases that people constantly bring up, the guy was an idiot. There was an eyewitness that said he did the crime. But when I bring up the case, people don't care. Why? Because they feel that she was the one that was wrongfully prosecuting black men, even though they can't bring up a single case. So that's the problem, what we're dealing with right now. A lot of black people, politically speaking, are in their feelings and they have no facts, which is why it's rendering them powerless and completely without any action in fixing things that need to be changed.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about Kamala. And I was cool either way, whether she won or whether Trump won. You shouldn't
be cool either way. That's the problem.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Yeah, I really mean, why not?
Because the policies of one candidate were drastically different from the policies of another candidate.
What is most nations, most empires, how long do they normally last?
What on God's green earth does that have to do with you not caring who wins the election?
This shit gonna burn regardless. It was you. Hell, do you believe in the Bible?
So then, why are we talking then? If you believe it doesn't matter because it's gonna burn regardless, then don't do anything. Why are we talking about politics? Why are we talking about politics? Why are you so concerned with politics? I say we do nothing then. It doesn't matter because it's gonna burn regardless. That's your argument.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to prevent the burning.
Trying my best. Hold on. You're talking on both sides of your ass. You're trying to prevent the burning by not caring who wins the election because it's going to burn anyway?
This election did not give us a good choice for either.
What does that have to do with, bro, you are speaking in like non sequiturs. You say something that completely has nothing to do with what you previously said.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Because you're not making any sense. You're talking about top ramen, bro. You're talking about how delicious top ramen is.
Okay.
And then you jump to like, you know what's cool? Spider-Man suit in Homecoming. What?
Okay, let me break it down for you. It didn't matter whether it was her or whether it was him. She wasn't gonna do what she said she was gonna do, and he ain't gonna do what the hell he said he was gonna do. It's gonna be status quo regardless.
Based off of what?
Based off of history.
What do you mean based off of history?
We had him in office. All that shit that he said he was going to do, he didn't do shit besides give tax cuts to the rich. He ain't finna fuck this shit up. We already got a history of that. And she was going to do the same lip sync, tap dancing ass shit saying, yeah, I'm doing this for everybody. She wasn't going to do a damn thing for black folks at all. And you know
Why wasn't she going to do a damn thing for black folks at all when she had policies specifically addressing black folks?
She had policies specifically for poor people.
It wasn't for poor people. Poor people aren't getting homes. What are you talking about? When it comes, she had a policy as far as for first-time homeowners. Poor people aren't first-time homeowners. She had a policy as far as for parents and as far as having kids, right? When it came to health, to childcare, she had a policy for health care for elderly, right? So that you can take care of your, you can have money to take care of your parents while they're in their homes. There's a litany of policies. I got you. What are you talking about?
Hey, Lucas, I'm about to kill you with this one real quick. What's the vast majority? What is the majority of Americans, racial-wise?
The majority of Americans? I believe it's white.
That's who the fuck she was going to do shit for.
Did you not hear anything I just said? Did you not hear her talking about, hey, there needs to be reparations for black Americans? What are you talking about? If it benefits, if it benefits black people, then it's going to benefit the country.
She literally said out of her own mouth exactly what you just said. I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people.
Hold on.
I'm going to do
When it
things
comes
for
to
people.
a race of people, she legally can't do something for a race of people.
Yes, she can.
No, she can't, due to the Constitution. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
look. Hey, Lucas, where that anti-Asian hate bill came from?
Did you read the anti-Asian hate bill?
I'm just saying, though, where did that
I
come
know
from?
you just saying, though. Did you read the anti-Asian hate bill?
I read it. Go ahead and break
No,
it
you
down
did
why
not
I'm
read it.
wrong.
I know for a fact you didn't read it. You want to know why? Because it wasn't even called the anti-Asian hate bill. It was called the COVID-19 hate crimes bill. There was nothing in that whole bill that had any specific policy or law regarding solely Asians. So you're bold-faced lying.
Are you sure?
Nigga, yes, I'm sure. I read it.
You sure?
Sir, I can hear you typing. You're wrong. I've read it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm about to
100%.
pull it up because
I'm
I read it
100%
before.
guaranteed. Would you like to bet on this?
Yeah, how much you want to bet?
We'll bet 50.
50? I'm cool with it. What's your cash app?
Cash App is theeamazinglucas. THEE.
You know it literally specified Asians in
Sir,
that bill.
listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying there was no law specifically made for Asian people.
What? Why do you keep saying that? It was.
Okay, great. Pull it up, and collect your 50.
I can't actually show it on your screen because
I'll trust you. I'll pull it up on my screen.
You'll pull it up on your screen? All right, he'll take this. Well, go to NPR. Go for npr.org.
No, I don't need to go to
you'll
any
be able-
npr.org. That's not where you look up as far as a Senate bill. You go to Congress.
It gives you the link to the bill.
Okay,
on
bet.
here.
I already have the link to the bill because I
And
went
it
to
literally has the
congress.gov.
bill, COVID-19 hate crimes.
Already
bill.
got the link to
It's
the bill,
literally
bro.
in there.
Already have the bill, bro. Already got it pulled up.
So you know what I'm talking about then, right?
No, where does it show as far as the law specifically for Asians? Which line?
It's stupid. You gonna make me run through this whole goddamn thing.
Sir, that's how that works. That's how you get educated on what a bill does and doesn't do.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
You
It,
cool with that? Great, then run
conducting
me my
public
money,
meetings-
fam.
No. Conducting public meetings or educational forums on the impact of hate crimes, services available to hate crime victims, and relevance of Asians, and local laws pertaining to hate crimes, and this is V. I don't know what the fuck the V stands for. I guess it's 5. Providing hate crimes, and you see how we already covered the Asians. Providing hate crimes training for agencies and personnel. Like it's all in here, man. Like it lists
There is
Asians
nothing
multiple
in there
times.
that says anything specifically, exclusively for Asians. There's no law established exclusively
It
for
literally
Asians.
is written in there. What are you talking about? It's in there.
Then give me the
section-
line, bro. We can go over it. Which
Here
line?
you go. Section 937/5.
Section 9.
3/3 9
We're not reading. We're not reading the findings. You're not reading the findings, right?
9.
You're not in the findings, right?
What do you mean the findings?
I mean the first half of the bill where it says findings, section 2. You said section 9.
scrolled
So
down.
where is section 9? What page is it on? Are you on the PDF? Give me the words.
I'm
I'll
on
look
the
it
PDF.
up. What are the words?
S937.
No, just give me the words. As far as give me a sentence.
It's on conducting public. I scrolled up. Hold up.
Conducting
back
law
down.
enforcement activities. Where is it? Conducting
Yeah,
public
I'm at
meetings.
I'm about to scroll back down so I can tell you exactly where I was. 'Cause I scrolled back up a second ago. What was I at? That part is neither here nor there when it really comes down to it. But
No, it is here or there. Stop dismissing stuff after you stood on principle. What are you talking about?
I'm 10 toes down on this
great.
one.
We got $50 riding on it. So where is this? Where does it say that it's establishing a law specifically for Asians?
Just look at section 9.
Give me the beginning of the sentence that you believe it establishes this law.
Byrd Jr. hate crime.
What is it? What is it?
BYRD Byrd Jr.
BYRD Byrd Jr. hate crimes. Yes. Hate Crimes Prevention Act. Yes. That's already been established. That's a law that's already in existence.
He's doubling down on the same. Look, that's why I said it's neither here nor there, because you're trying to say that it didn't.
No. The Byrd. Hold on. The Byrd. You understand that's a hate crime bill. That's a hate crime law that's already been established. The Hate Crime Statistics Act and the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act have enabled federal authorities to understand where appropriate, investigate, and prosecute hate crimes.
You know that why did George Floyd not get prosecuted?
We're not talking about. Hold on. We either you're going to run me my money or you're going to show me where it establishes a law for Asians.
Look, I ain't got no problem with sending you $50.
Great. Then where is it?
That was just a section I just grabbed. Keep going down. I told you nine. I can't remember exactly what I told you. It speaks on Asians in there.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it doesn't. There's no law specifically for Asians in the bill.
That's
said
what
that there
I'm
was.
saying it was.
You said that there was. So where is it? If you want to forfeit, then run me the money.
All people, man. Asians were included on it, and that's why they titled it.
So if Asians are included in all people, then it's not exclusively for Asians then.
Well, clearly it's not applied to everybody else.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
I can help you if you need that.
Yeah, I do need it.
All right, I got you. I got you. But no, it actually encompasses everybody.
Okay, so where's the money? I need the money. I need the money right now.
Read the rest of that.
I did. I had a whole live stream.
You didn't.
I had a whole live stream reading it. I need my money though.
You don't read that fast, man.
I had a whole live stream reading the bill. Where's my money?
You read all of that bill?
Yes,
on a live
it's
stream?
not a long bill, bro. It's 8 pages. What are we talking about?
It's really not that long. I ain't gonna hold you on that one.
So where's my money though? I don't hear any notifications.
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Even though you didn't.
Where's my? I'm not hearing any notifications, my G. Where's the money?
You got quiet real quick.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for a ding.
Because you didn't prove your point.
Sir, what are you talking about? We just established that it said all people, including Asians. Therefore, it's not a law exclusively to Asians. Where's my money?
I never said exclusively to Asians.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Sir, yes, hold up. Yes, you did, because you brought that up because Kamala said she's not going to do something just for black people. And then you brought up, well, what about the Asian hate crime bill? And I told you it was a law that didn't do anything specifically towards Asians. And you said, no, that's not true. Then I said, let's bet. You said how much? I said 50. He said, okay, bet. Let me pull it up.
Lucas, I literally used
Sir, where's my money? That's all I need to know. Where's my money?
I'll send you $50.
Okay, that's what we waiting on, bro.
But either way, though.
We gonna wait on it. So where is it? Do you not have 50 on you right now?
What you saying?
Do you not have 50? Do you not have 50 in the account? Do you not have 50 on? Do you not have 50 in the account?
Here. What's your shit again?
It's The Amazing Lucas, THEE, Amazing Lucas, AMAZINGLUCAS.
Hold on, let me pull up Cash App for you, man. Let me pull up Cash App for you, and you can tell everybody I sent you $50. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. See, hold up. You said what it is again?
THEE, Amazing.
THEE.
Yeah, THE. The.
Oh, THEE.
Yeah, Amazing Lucas.
Amazing Lucas, right?
Yes.
All right, let me see.
Profile picture be of the Hulk.
What you got that Hulk for? I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't gonna hold you on that. The amazing Lucas. Hey, Lee, you don't end up sending them $50 right back. You already know that, right?
I have no problem.
All right. The amazing Lucas. Is it? Oh, I got you. Here you go. Take it. Let me know you get it.
All right.
Oh, I got to put my fingerprint in. All right. Let me know when you get it.
All right.
It should be coming to you right now. Now, why you smiling? Why you smiling like that, man? That man grinning like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Got it. Bet. Appreciate you,
You
fam.
got it?
Got it.
All right, send that shit back to me, because you know that shit
Welcome
encompasses
to the Amazing
Asians. But you try to play me like I couldn't send you fucking $50. You try to play me like I couldn't send you $50, man. That's when you already know. Like, look, it encompasses Asians, right? And you can keep the $50, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. You can
Appreciate
keep the $50. I ain't even tripping on it. Nah, really. Send me my $50 back.
No,
I gotta
you
pay
lost
for
the
my
bet.
cat food tomorrow. It didn't lose the bet. You wrong. It's
Sir,
on
I'm
live
not
stream.
wrong.
You can see
If it
that.
encompasses Asians, then it encompasses Asians within everybody, then it's not for
That
Asians
was
specifically.
That was the whole point when I said the shit. When you said Kamala was doing
Run the
something
tape
for
back,
black
player.
folks, she
Run the tape
wasn't
back.
doing nothing for black folks.
Run the tape
She
back.
was doing shit for everybody.
She legally
She
has
was
to do stuff for everybody. She can't just do something. She can't make a race-based law specifically for black people.
She can.
And that's where we got into this bet, because you brought up the Asian hate crime bill as an example
What
of
did they
this.
do for white folks? What did they do for white folks?
What do you
Like,
mean?
I don't even want.
White people are included in the hate crimes bill? What do you mean?
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about the hate crime bill. Redlining. Who was that discriminated against?
Who was that discriminating against?
Yeah, who was that set up to discriminate against?
Be against black people.
So you can actually put legislation in place to allow bullshit to happen, right?
That's correct.
Send me my $50 back, man. Send me my
Do
$50
you
back.
know what law made that possible for it not to happen?
For it not to happen?
That's correct. Because there was a point in time where black people legally couldn't read or write.
I think you doubling down on what I said.
So right now we can't make a law specifically for race, right? Because it was amended to the Constitution that would be illegal. That you can't make any law establishing on behalf of race, religion, yada, yada, yada.
No, you can make a lot of laws outside of saying, hey, I think what a lot of people need to understand is, yes, you can't specifically say, we gonna fuck them niggas up, we gonna fuck them Asians up, or we gonna do something to the Indians. But you can write laws that will, well, I don't even know the word I'm trying to use, but you can do it for specifically to mess these people up. Do you agree?
You can make something to target a group of people,
Yeah.
without targeting said group of people.
No, you can just write it in law and make it happen. Just here, it's kind of like how how high crime areas. People say, okay, these areas where these people say it are high crime areas, so we can target them more and we can do certain things. But how do you know that they're high crime areas unless you're patrolling those areas more?
Or there's more crime happening in those areas.
No, you patrol those areas to create the crime to actually patrol those areas.
Well, that's the argument, right? Is whether or not you're actually patrolling them more, or if there's more crime there, hence why you have to patrol them more.
No, you create the problem. They create their own problem.
You hear what the argument is, though, right? The rebuttal to that. The argument would be, you would be saying, hey, you patrol them more, that's why you're finding more crime. Where somebody would say is, no, there's more crime there, that's why we're patrolling them more.
It's I don't even know. It's like, I forget the term to use for that, but it's a trick. it's pretty much the trick that they use, and a lot of us buy into it. And I think you understand the trick too. I truly think you understand the trick. We're gonna say these people are bad. These people do certain things, so we patrol them more. But I promise you, you go to the cul-de-sac,
I don't
you
disagree.
go to the.
But the issue is, as far as many of the white communities, it's not the same crime that's happening in the black communities.
No, it's not gonna be the same. It's never gonna be the exact same. Here, where do you find most of the meth labs?
I don't know where you find most of the meth labs.
Find it in the cul-de-sacs. You find it in the suburbs. You don't find it in the hood, right? Where do you find
I
most
don't
of
know.
weed
I'd have to
dealers?
look up as far as where are most meth labs found.
Okay, well, here, check this. I'm just giving you some information, and you can just run with it if you want to. Most meth labs are found in the suburbs. Most weed houses, crack houses, are found in the projects. It just comes with the demographic in the area that you're living in. It is what it is.
I wouldn't disagree with that assumption. I don't have an issue with that.
So you can't say, like, that's the whole point I'm saying. You can't say there's more crime over here when you only patrol. Like
I
Lil
think
Wayne said
there's more
it.
certain types of crime.
There's crime everywhere.
I don't disagree, but an officer is going to be hard pressed to find someone who's embezzling money.
No, look, an officer's gonna be hard pressed to lock up somebody that looks like him.
I don't disagree with that either. But if people understand as far as the country was established off of white supremacy, then why would you expect equal treatment?
I'm not about expecting equal treatment, but we can't talk about it on an equal level then, right?
It's never been talked about on an equal level.
That's pretty much what we've been doing right now.
I don't believe we have.
They don't police the black neighborhoods because there's more crime there. We both agree to that, right?
I believe as far as there is more crime, certain types of crime.
Certain types of crime, but not more crime in the grand scheme of things, right?
No, white people commit more crime.
Exactly. But they patrol our areas more.
I don't think the issue as far as patrolling the area more.
What do you think is the problem?
A lack of opportunity and resources for that area, for the group of people that live there.
I'm cool with the opportunities, and I think that should be helpful. But I think, to be honest with you, man, I think the biggest issue is the culture inside of, because a lot of black people adopted the hillbilly mindset, the hillbilly culture. The motherfuckers out there in Kentucky, I think that's the biggest issue when it comes to black folks, because we think, look, I have a family, and I have a family of a lot of fuck ups. A lot of fuck ups. And Lucas, look at the camera real quick, like, so you know I can hear you. I got a lot of fuck ups in my family.
Yes, I hear you.
And they just keep adopting the same dumb shit because that's just the norm around everybody around there.
That's precisely the point.
What's the point that you're trying to make?
Is that due to the socioeconomic disadvantage of those communities, that's where those patterns and habits have been established.
Well, here, that's where you, I guess. Look, for me,
those same patterns and habits aren't established in more higher affluent neighborhoods.
No, I believe that a lot of people are just sheep, because I haven't went to the point of jumping on the Republican side and going with the people that clearly tell me out loud that they don't like me to change my life. I changed my life on my own, still having my core beliefs on one side. But a lot of people are sheep, and they just fall into the bullshit. I don't believe it's just the simple fact of the environment. I believe a lot of people just chalk it up to the game and just do whatever everybody else is doing. I think that's the biggest problem. And I don't think there's enough people around to hold them people accountable. Say, nah, don't do that. It's not about just you come from a fucked up position. Because Martin Luther King came from a fucked up position. Malcolm X came from a fucked up position. Marcus Garvey. All these people came from bad situations and did something. And they're just the ones that we know about. That's just the ones that we know about. But there have been many.
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
How is it not? There's many of people that
because
have
the times that
succeeded.
Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and MLK grew up in are not the same times today.
Yeah, they were worse.
Yes, precisely the point. That
Exactly.
there was a common overt enemy that was present. That enemy is not present as they were back in the time.
There. No,
I don't disagree that the enemy is.
I
don't disagree that the enemy is not still there. I'm saying it's not as present. It's not as overt.
No. It's still there and it's still present. It's just covert.
Okay, then. So
you
then
know
it's
that.
not. Then so then it's if it's covert, then it's not overtly present.
Nah, you see it every time some shit pop off. Every time.
You just said yourself that it was covert. So
Yeah,
if many people are under the illusion of the inclusion, then no, that's not fair to compare that time frame with the time frame you couldn't even go to the grocery store, or you had to go to a certain aisle because it was blacks only.
I'm not talking all the way back to the 50s. I'm not going all the way back to that time. I'm thinking more about the 80s and the 90s.
You brought up Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and MLK.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. It was buffering for a second.
Okay, no, yeah, I agree.
The problem is, it doesn't matter, in my honest opinion, because I came from a fucked up background. It doesn't matter. And that's why I told you I'm not going to jump on the Republican side when it comes to, I came from fucked up.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? What doesn't matter?
To a certain extent, it doesn't matter where you come from.
To a certain extent, it doesn't matter where you come from. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because it matters about your mindset.
Do you believe that your mindset can be influenced by where you come from?
Yeah, I believe. Hell, I will say this, and I'm probably speaking to the exception, like the very small minority. Majority of people will be influenced by their environment. I will agree with that.
Okay.
We need to try to make more people the exception, the majority. Like, they need to be the minority. And I wouldn't cut from the same cloth, at least I think, that everybody else in the same neighborhood that wanted to bump Glorilla and all this other stuff, whatever these kids bumping nowadays. We need to make those kids that are exception the majority. It's not about where you come from. I understand it has, like I get it, man. It has a big tell on how you move, what you see around you, because most kids are like sponges. They soak up what's around them.
So if you don't control anything that's around you, how do you expect to make the minority the majority?
The parents. So
the parents are in the same circumstances and environment as the kids.
Look, I lived in the hood, and I know a lot of people that have kids that have grew up in the hood, and they give them the right type of mindset. It's just all about what their kids choose to do. You can't control
I think that's
anybody.
great, but as you said, that's the minority, not the majority.
Nah, most parents don't tell their kids to go out there and be a fuck up. You think most parents do that?
No, I would hope not.
No, they parents tell the kids not to be a fuck up, but depending on how their work schedule is and how they actually spend time with the kids, their kids go out there and get influenced by everything that happens out around them. But I don't know any parent. I still to this day have not met one parent that say, "Yep, go out there and fuck it up." I've never met one. Most of the parents that I see tell their kids to do the right thing And when you talked about the opportunities, that probably would help the parents out more because they would have more money coming in because they would be able to help the kids out more. But I don't know any parent that's telling their kids to go out there and do dumb shit. I don't know that. Have you seen that? Have you seen a parent tell the kid to go out there and just fuck it up?
No, I haven't seen that.
I think it comes from a lack of being able to do stuff for kids, and kids need attention. You need to be in your kid's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're there, you can give instruction. Kids are like sponges. They soak up everything. And honestly, they really just emulate what the fuck they see. If you're not around because you're working, trying to put some clothes and shoes on their back and shit, they're going to pick up what the people on the corner that ain't doing nothing all goddamn day long are doing. So the opportunity point that you were getting at, I agree with that. We need more opportunities in our areas. But I don't believe any kid is predetermined to do shit because some kids are smarter than that. We need more kids that are smarter than that to be like, nah, that ain't it. I don't fit in with that group. I'm gonna move a little different. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. But unfortunately, there is such a thing as peer pressure. There's such a thing as social proof. So even if you want to do that, if the people you are around when you go to school and when you go outside are of a certain different mindset, then that's going to have an impact on you.
I agree.
And if your parents are working, trying to provide for your education and for, health insurance and clothes and all that, then you're at a disadvantage.
Right here, you know a good calling card for the Democrat Party? You want to know a good one?
What?
Tell motherfuckers don't have kids unless they married. And stop promoting all that bullshit.
So there's a great book that talks about that when it comes to even with not having kids when it's marriage. I don't know what you expect, what magical thing happens when you get married, but I'll tell you, nothing magical happens when you get married. You don't automatically just somehow get money in your account to have children.
No, I'm not thinking in that mindset.
So what mindset are you thinking in?
It's all about responsibility as a man. I was married before. And when I got married, I understood that it kind of automatically clicked in. Like, I know what I'm signing up for. I'm responsible for these people underneath me, regardless of whether it's my wife or whether I got kids or whatever. People need to understand that mindset. It's like when you get a new job and you got people underneath you. I was in the military.
So that's a mindset that was established prior to marriage. That mindset didn't come into place when you got married.
No, I'm not saying that magically you get married and you have the mindset.
So
the mindset
you're the one that said that,
built.
hey, they should tell people to get married
before
having kids.
Get married, yeah, before they had kids, they should get married. But that means that it's a thought process that's taking place to understand why you do that.
What do you believe is the thought process that takes place?
The thought process is you shouldn't be trying to raise a kid by yourself. The problem we have right now is people just having babies.
So the problem
okay.
that we have right now is not people having babies. The problem right now, whether you're married or not, is not being able to afford those babies.
Nah, man, people can afford their kids. People can afford their kids. I don't know what all these people keep talking about. They can't afford this, they can't afford that. You can't afford the lifestyle that you want, but you can afford a lifestyle. That's why the immigrants are coming over here right now. You can afford a
lifestyle, just not the lifestyle you want. What do you think that means?
Here, the lifestyle that I want, if I broke it down, the lifestyle I want is...
What do you think is the lifestyle that most people can afford to have kids?
The lifestyle that most people want that have kids, they want to live like the Kardashians.
You think the majority of people who have kids want to live like the Kardashians?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
I don't think that the majority of people who have kids want to live like the Kardashians.
If they had the luxury of getting that, they would take that.
Sure, if they had the luxury of getting that. I think the majority of people just want to be able to provide for their children, have enough money in case of an accident, right? To have some health insurance so they can get tested if they fear that they may have something, or just a general checkup.
Nah, that right there is the humble approach of how we would hope most people would be. Most people don't
You
want
think the
that. Most
majority
people
of
want to
people
be
who are
rich.
having kids, they want to ball out?
Hell yeah. Hell yes. And you know them. Literally, you know them. Everybody
No,
want to
I
be
don't know
rich.
not one
Everybody,
person. But maybe you do.
I know a lot of them. And the sad part is, once again, I say in Alabama, and that ain't saying a lot, because Alabama's one of the poorest states, right next to Mississippi, but a couple of bits in front of it. But most people want to be rich. Most people want to be like the people they see on social media and they see on TV. Everybody want their lifestyle to be like that. Like, everybody don't want to be like, as long as I can pay my bills. The people that say, I just want to be able to pay my bills and get by, or the people that realize, yeah, this shit ain't happening for me. So I just at least want to pay my bills. Most people want to, like, most people that's still delusional, they want to be rich and famous and living like the celebrities. It's only the people that didn't realize. It's only the people that realize, and you know this. It's only the people that realize, like, yeah, bro, that's probably not going to happen for you, man. Yeah, I just need to pay my bills, pay my light bill, my water bill, and keep the lights on. That's those people. But most
I don't
people
know.
want to be rich.
Maybe presently. I don't
Would
know.
you
Maybe
disagree with that?
maybe that's an Alabama thing.
It might be an Alabama thing, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. It might be an Alabama thing, but I know. Look, you in Cali, so
Yeah.
you should know better than anybody. Everybody trying to be like the rich and the famous. I've been out to Cali.
No,
I
not
got deployed
everybody.
from Cali.
There are a certain group of
Majority
people
of people.
that have that mindset. The majority are just trying to have enough to pay for the rent, maybe go on a vacation, and eventually possibly have a family.
I think that's cap. I think they have. What's the best way to put it? I think people have dreams and dreams of grandeur. And eventually they get to the point to realize that it's not going to happen. So then they compartmentalize what they got going on. It's like, okay, this is what I need to do to sustain what I have going on. But most people want the glitz and the glamour, especially out there in California, man. I know motherfuckers that still, at the age of 37, 38, still trying to be a movie star.
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
got out in the Marines. Look, I got out in the Marines a couple years ago, bro. And this motherfucker still trying to be a movie star. I'm like, it ain't popped for you yet. You don't get a regular job?
Well, there's nothing
you don't
wrong
get
with
a
that.
regular
They're
job
good
yet?
at. I mean, it takes time, especially in
No.
in a competitive industry such as that. A lot of these actors don't hit until they're like probably 40 or 50 in some cases.
Hey, look, you would tell your child that?
If they have a passion for something and they genuinely want to do it, absolutely. You establish as far as a solid base and then pursue your passion. Because you're gonna need something. You're gonna need something to fund that passion.
Nah, I wouldn't tell my child that. I'll tell my child to go get a goddamn job. But once again.
So even though they're truly passionate about something and they're good at it, you would tell them to go get a job? And to just give it up?
If they're good at it, they would have. If they're good at it, they would have results.
That's not how it always works, though.
Exactly. Then you need to move on to the next one and figure out something else in the meantime. You don't think so?
No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Look, that's crazy, bro. Like, if you was doing YouTube for like 2 years and you wasn't getting no views, you wasn't getting no following, and he's like, well, your dad was like, well, he's passionate about it. You would want your dad to keep telling you to keep doing something that ain't working?
Well, I would want my father to see, okay, how do we switch things up? You have to set milestones and goals. If you don't reach those goals, and you have to, as far as have some type of self-awareness as to why you're not reaching them.
Exactly.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you give up on the goals.
No, it's all about moving differently, man. You can't.
So you can move differently and still accomplish the same goals. So if somebody wanted to do YouTube and they weren't making any success in like the first 6 months, then fine, go back and address as far as why is that? What can you do differently to make to be successful or to change it up?
I wouldn't hit somebody in on 6 months.
You wouldn't tell them to just go ahead and quit. Like what?
Nah, I wouldn't hit somebody and tell them to quit in 6 months on YouTube. I'm like, look, leave you to yourself a year and see where you at.
So even after a year, it takes longer than that for most things. For all things,
how long
honestly.
did it take? Okay, how long did it take you to get 1,000 subscribers?
I don't know, but that's not how. That's YouTube and subscriptions doesn't really matter. I don't know. I can't recall.
Wild guess.
I don't know.
It took me 8 months.
Okay.
And I think most people can get it within a year. If they grind and put in, they actually dedicate themselves to it.
But it's very hard to dedicate yourself to something if you already have prior, responsibilities.
Man, I got a full-time job, man. I work fucking 60 hours a goddamn week on top of coming home and doing this shit too. If you want to do something, you're going to do it. And everybody need to be on that type of mindset. And,
so how is that any different than telling someone, because you're the one that said that you should tell someone to quit.
Yeah, if it ain't working out for you, you're not putting in the work, then you need to put that shit down and focus on what's working for you.
So what would you have done as far as in 8 months if you didn't have 1,000? What was your milestone? As far as for you to quit?
For me, my milestone was a year.
So if you didn't get it in a year, you were going to quit?
No, I was going to keep doing what I was doing already.
But you were going to quit YouTube?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would have quit. It didn't happen, so I can't talk about what didn't happen. But I was going to keep doing what I was already doing.
So you had no plan, essentially?
My plan was to do something. I'll put it like this. I'm a Marine, former Marine.
You're a former Marine, bro.
Yeah, former Marine. When I put my mind to something, and I was embarked, 0431. I planned out stuff. When people deploy and stuff, you have okay, we got.
I'm aware they're very diligent and very meticulous. How are you going to go from being a Marine to saying, well, not having a plan for your time regarding a side job or a side gig?
No, I had a plan. That was the whole point. I had a plan, and I achieved my plan ahead of time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My plan was get monetized within a year. I got it in 8 months. And that's putting your head down and grinding.
Gotcha.
It didn't matter where the fuck I came from. It didn't matter about this, because you got to block out the distractions. And that's why I say it don't matter where a lot of people come from in the grand scheme of things, because they allow their environment to fuck them up. They're sheep. I seen somebody in the comment section say, oh, man, you talking about sheep. Motherfuckers allow other people to fuck them up. Let's be real. You done seen it, right? You done seen other people that had the potential to do a lot of things, but they allow other people around them to fuck them up.
Yes, that's the vast majority of people. It's called being human.
But now I don't call that being human. I call that being stupid. That's what I call it. I call it being stupid. This nigga said, oh, Marines need front line every. Hey, look, don't be laughing at that.
You were fucking wild.
Hey man, y'all need to cash out me back my $50 that I sent to Lucas because y'all on some whole shit. But either way though, besides that, look man, everybody has their own. Like you can't. I don't believe that people can blame shit. And when it comes to men, there's two things. When it comes to men, in my honest opinion, you tell me if you disagree. There's two things that men have an issue with, and two things that will fuck them up. A woman that they deal with, and the man in the mirror.
Sure. But that can be said about everyone.
Exactly, but I'm saying about it men.
The inverse can be said about women.
Yeah, but I'm saying it about men.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree.
A lot of us allow a lot of bullshit to happen in our lives. We allow it. We go along with it because, everybody else cool with it. It is what it is. Fuck that. If you want to be something different, like, hey, I grew up in a fucked up family. I didn't want to be like them. Luckily, I was a third child. So I got to see two people in front of me fuck up. So it was like, I ain't trying to be like where they at. And I did something different. I understand some people don't have that opportunity to be in that type of situation. But I believe everybody has the opportunity to do what the hell they need to do. And I'm not around here balling. I got a cat and a dog. Trying to figure out how we're going to pay the next goddamn rent. It's nothing crazy. But I'd rather be where I'm at right now than fucking trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going to lay my head tonight. Right?
Yeah.
Lucas, why are you looking around like that?
I'm trying to process what you're saying.
How did you get to where you got to?
I don't know.
You know how you got to where you got to.
A lot of bad luck.
You're the only one that do know. A lot of bad luck. What made you want to do YouTube?
Because I figured I could do it.
So what was the day? What was the day when you said, "Hey, I'm gonna do YouTube today"? How did that play out?
I don't know.
You just picked up the phone and just said, "I'm gonna record."
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, it didn't work like that. You got too much edits going on in your shit, bro. You ain't just. I haven't looked through your shit, but I'm pretty sure you just didn't pick up a fucking phone. I'm pretty sure you had an idea ahead of time.
No, not really.
Said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I like what you do, man. I ain't gonna bullshit with you. I like, it's been a couple times I wanted to come and say something to you, but I'm like, look, man, this man be snapping on he be snapping on everybody, bro. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck this shit come from, bro. Somebody done pissed him off. But I'm like, no bullshit, man. Look, direct that energy, man. Look, no bullshit. I understand which side you're on. I get it. I'm 100% behind you. But direct a little bit of that energy towards these goddamn Democrats, because they full of shit. I don't want to keep you up all night, man. I know we've been talking for 5 minutes.
I don't disagree.
Man, get them motherfuckers that smoke.
I believe I have.
Nah, man. Look. You still keep calling Kamala black. Get them motherfuckers that smoke, man.
Because she is black.
Here, take this. Black shouldn't be an identity for people to vote for her, right?
What was that?
Black should not be an identity that people should vote for her, right?
Black should not be an identity that people vote for her. What do you mean?
That people should vote for her. Her identifying as black should not be a reason that people vote for her, right?
I don't think it should be the only reason, but it can be a reason. Just like as far as Trump being white is a reason why people voted for him.
Yeah, but I'm asking you as a person, like me, you personally. I don't care if you black, brown, yellow, whatever the fuck. It's about your policy.
Sure,
Shit,
that'll
Herbie-
be a priority, but yeah, I would take into account who you are.
I don't think her being black should be and that's what the Democrats are playing on. Her being black.
I don't think they were playing on that much as opposed to as far as the policy she was advocating for. She very rarely talked about being black.
No. She never brought it up. She just let that I ain't gonna hold you. She literally didn't speak on that.
She was very
I will
much
give-
the center on the vast majority of what she was talking about. What are you talking about? She didn't bring up any identity or any of that.
No, I'm not saying that she did. I'm not saying that she did. The problem is you got to combat the people that's actually talking about you, and that's something that the Democrats damn sure didn't do. And when it got brought up by Trump, saying that I forget what conference he was at, where he went, something in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about? The conference he sat down at Atlanta, and they was in front of all them people. It's like, oh, she just became black. I don't know when that happened. That's when I would have attacked it, and then I would have left it alone afterwards. But she never attacked that.
Gotcha.
Would you have attacked it?
Attacked what?
No, if somebody said, yeah, Lucas ain't black. Lucas ain't black. You telling me you wouldn't have came back at that and just go ahead and nip that in the bud?
There comes a point in time where sure, I would have addressed it, but you address it once and that's it. But the issue is that these people who do stuff like that, they don't care if you address it. There's always going to be something else. Oh, they're lying. She's lying. It's the same thing with reparations. You have these Negroes, the FBA constantly talking about reparations. She comes out and says, yeah, I think black people deserve a form of reparations. And then they say, oh, she's lying.
I don't think FBAs are against reparations in the vast majority.
I didn't say that they were.
You think
I was
they are?
saying that as far as the hypocrisy of what they allegedly were advocating for, and then the position they took upon them getting it.
People in the room.
What?
That's what you're getting at. A lot of people in the room.
No, I'm getting that there was a hypocritical position that people were taking.
No, I get that. No, I get that.
That
Look,
even if she were to address, like you said, address her being black or not, that people still wouldn't have let that slide. They just would have been like, I don't believe her, she's lying.
Oh yeah, you were definitely gonna get that.
Yeah, so there comes a point in time where it's like, okay, then why waste time addressing it?
Man, look here.
It's a dishonest talking point.
Hey, look, guess what? Hindsight is 20/20, right? We saw that approach, and we saw what he got her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do something different next time. And then on top of that, man, look, don't put somebody else up 3 months out. Like that would probably be a good thing for the Democrats. I don't know what the fuck they thought they were doing. I don't know if they thought they just had that sugar in the tank. Like, yeah, we got these motherfuckers. I don't know what that is.
I would say they did fairly well. They only lost by margins here and there. Even with the popular vote, it was only 2 million.
Yeah, I don't care about barely losing or not. You lost, and that's my problem. You play sports.
Yeah.
It don't matter how much you lost by.
Well, it does because
lose?
it helps you when it comes to practice on what you need to actually address.
Okay, here, quick question. Would you rather lose by 1 point or lose by 20?
I'd rather lose by 1 point.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. I'd rather lose by 20.
Why?
Made me think about all.
You're breaking up. What?
if I lost by 1, it would piss me off more because it'll let me know that I did something that didn't allow me to win. If I lost by 20, I'll be okay with it because, motherfucker, you wasn't going to win from the get-go.
So you would like
I'd rather lose by
you being
20.
absolved of any type of responsibility?
It's not about being absolved of anything. It may just make me go to sleep easier at nighttime.
That's literally what that means of being absolved of responsibility. That, hey, it was going to happen regardless.
Hey, chalk it up to whatever you got to chalk it up to. I'd rather lose by 20 than lose by 1. Because 1, I'm going to beat myself up all night long about if I did this, if I did that. And the sad part is I'm talking about team sports. I'm not talking about one-on-one type anything. I'm talking about team sports, and mainly football. I can't control what other people do. But if we lost by 1 point, I'm going to be, look, it's going to fuck my head up more losing by 1 than if we lost by 20. I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe it's just not my sense. It makes your sense. It doesn't make sense to me though.
Yeah, you're ready to lose by 1, and you be like, "Hey, I could have won that game." Like, I'm not gonna sit there and beat my head in the stones for that. I lose by 1. I ain't gonna lose by 1 next time. But I would rather, for the mental exercise, I'd rather lose by a lot than lose by 1. Because if you lose by 1, you're going to sit there. Tell me you're not. You ain't going to sit there and think about it till the cows come home? You're going to probably be thinking about it next week.
Yeah, I understand that there was 1% I could have pushed harder.
What if it was football?
The same thing applies.
Nah, not really, man. You can't play on both sides of the ball.
You do though. You play offense and defense.
Yeah, but you can't play on both sides of the ball.
You've never played offense and defense?
Did you ever play football?
Yeah.
You played offense and defense?
Yeah. We didn't have a big team, so some people had to double up on positions.
You said we didn't have a big team. Well, here, for a 6A school, 7A school now, for what they do, you play one side of the ball. Everybody's not a Travis Hunter. You playing defense and playing offense. You usually pick a side. And usually, if you're a receiver and you can't catch, they put your ass on defense. You play cornerback. Like, you're not playing both sides of the ball. You're gonna play where you best at. You know that.
Okay.
That's why some kids had to go get the water. And some kids are on the field. You play football. You know some kids had to go get the water for the folks. And then you on the field playing. You already know how that shit go. Then somebody said, imagine him having kids. Yeah, my kids will be good, man. They'll be good. They won't be like your ass over here in the comment section at fucking 10 o'clock at night. They'll be over here getting it. But now I think, look, no bullshit, Lucas. I think we on the same side when it comes to the grand scheme of things.
I agree.
I think
we just have different paths.
I think
different paths of getting there. That's all.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's all
taking
about
Waze.
direction.
You taking Google Maps. That's all.
You said what happened?
I said I'm taking Waze. You taking Google Maps. That's all.
Why you using it? You don't even be using no Waze, bro. I heard somebody tell me about that. I'm like, man, I don't even know what the hell that is.
You don't I use Waze, bro. That's all I use is Waze.
Well, you out there in Cali, so that makes sense. It actually probably works really good out there too. But we need to hold these people to account. We need to, man. We need to. And the next person they put up should be representing us. Like, we can't just, you already know we got them old folks. We got them old folks in the party. And I'm not a Democrat. I'm just saying not a Democrat, but I will lean more Democrat than anything. We got these old folks that just gonna keep going along with the get along for whoever the fuck they put up. Oh, Democrat, vote for them. It's like, no. What are these fuckers gonna do for us? What are they gonna promise us? And then on top of that, after, if let's say we get them in office, and whoop. They need to be held to what they say. That's why I'm surprised with people that are Trump supporters. Cause I'm like, bro, he went in there like, y'all ain't got no fucking wall, right? Where you wall at? But y'all gonna put him in there again. Oh, the economy's so great. Do y'all not understand all the shit he did economically fucked us up, and that's why we was in the recession that we had? So I'm like, when it comes to us as Democrats, because I don't want to put myself in that. But man, we need to hold these people to the task, man. Hold them to the task, and hopefully we can get somewhere.
Don't disagree.
All right, well, this was fun, man. It was fun, man. Send my $50 back.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. I appreciate the call.
Look, they gonna send my $50.
You're on the line. What's the disagreement?
How you doing tonight, sir?
Jesus, out of the frying pan into the oven. I'm doing all right, sir.
I have an important question for you.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm on your neck tonight as usual. I have an important question.
You know, Christmas is coming up. Are you gonna be asking? Are you gonna be asking Microsoft to give you some games?
No, I don't sleep.
Are you asking Santa to give you some games for next year?
Hold on. Hold on. The Game Awards coming up too, so I'm gonna be on your neck until next year.
Sir, how many Xbox games have been nominated?
Hold on. With Spider-Man 2 dropping on PC next year, I'm on your neck all the way. Hold on. I'm on your neck all the way. I'm on your neck all the way until Avowed drops in February. I'm on your neck until February.
How many Xbox games were nominated for Game of the Year?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, did you see the previews for Avowed, sir? They getting good previews. I rest my case. But wait, I wasn't even going to talk about.
Aren't they flaming that as a woke game because of what the heads did with Elon Musk?
Sir.
Whoa.
Do you? Wait, hold on. Why,
Were you not aware of that?
You
didn't hear about that? You didn't hear about that drama?
What does that have to do with gameplay, sir?
Oh, you sounded like you play PlayStation.
No, hold on. No.
You sounded like you play PlayStation. I know this can't be the same person who was talking about Last of Us 2 being bushy.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Why do you buy? Why do you buy games?
Oh wow, bro. Goodness gracious, the switch up is insane.
We buy games for gameplay, right? What are you talking about?
I buy games for gameplay, sir. You don't do that.
No, you don't. Hold on. You buy games for homosexual propaganda, sir. That you got that bussy symbiote still attached to your skin. That's why you still supporting PlayStation. The bussy has taken over, sir.
So are you excited for that Game of the Year contender, Indiana Jones?
Oh, I'm glad you brought up the Game of the Year. Okay. If Astrobot, I want somebody to book this and clip it. If Astrobot does not win Game of the Year, I want you to do 3 things for me. I want you to sell that homosexual Station 5, divorce that Becky you're married to, and get you an FBA woman. You agree to this, sir?
So what happens if it does win?
What happened?
What happens if it does win? Then what?
You still on life support if it does win. Either way, it don't matter.
So I don't win regardless. You win regardless. I know. Got you. Okay.
You heard about Shuhei Yoshida has left PlayStation, sir? He been there since the inception of PlayStation. You heard about that?
No, I didn't hear about that. But I think it's good. It's time to euthanize the place.
Yeah, it's looking like it's game over. Jim Ryan left. Now Shuhei left. Sir, it's not
great. We
looking
need
good
new ideas, new games. Absolutely, it sounds awesome.
Sir, you're not getting.
How is what's his name? I forgot his name. I haven't heard his name in so long. What's his name? What's his name at Microsoft? You don't even know, huh?
Phil Spencer?
Oh, there you go. That's his name. I haven't heard him in so long because they haven't had anything to announce. That's why they haven't.
I know you don't know. I know you don't know your name because the homosexual symbiote has melted your brain, so you don't know what a real man looks like. That produces
what a real man looks like. That's crazy, Glaze.
But you know what the leadership at Sony does? They give you bussy propaganda. That's what the leadership at Sony does. You a fellow Christian supporting this homosexual propaganda. That's
Sir,
crazy.
What's homosexual propaganda is walking around smacking men with a whip. That's what homosexual propaganda is.
Hold on.
But I know you're not gonna call it out on Indiana Jones, right? You're not gonna call that out. That dominatrix undertones. But okay, got you.
So hold on. Did the homosexual symbiote complete his transformation, sir? Imagine thinking Indiana Jones is gay. Have mercy.
Sir, how many people have you? Oh, you're right. That's not gay. That's more of a plantation owner mindset. You're right.
Have you seen
he going
Indiana
around
Jones
whipping
movie?
black and white men with a whip? That's crazy. And you talking about that's gonna be good game.
You talk about a man that has had multiple women throughout the movies as gay. I rest my case. But you out here playing bussy simulators on PlayStation. You see what PlayStation does to you, sir?
Okay, sir. You're talking crazy, but okay. Absolutely.
Oh, but I wasn't even get on.
What have you been playing?
PlayStation.
I'm just curious. What have you been playing?
Sir, you playing? You spent $70 to play Black Ops 6, where you could be playing Astrobot.
Sir, I didn't spend any $70. I got it on Game Pass. I got it on Game Pass.
No,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, you playing a 6th iteration of an old ass game, and you played a 20-year-old game. So you need help.
But
you down bad.
In the meantime, you're not playing anything.
Hold on. How was that Silent Hill 2 remake, sir? Oh, that's right. You was miserable.
It was a good game. I didn't like.
Oh no, sir. I watched it. I watched the end of the stream, so you was miserable.
I didn't
Let's not
right.
chat.
I didn't like the ending.
So okay, you playing Astrobot, sir?
I haven't played it yet. You playing Hi-Fi
You
Rush,
haven't played it. So what you looking for?
Sir, you playing Hi-Fi Rush, sir?
See, on Xbox, we live in the future. Y'all like to live in the past. Indiana Jones is coming up, and Avowed is coming up, sir. What you playing?
Are you playing Hi-Fi Rush, sir?
Sir, Hi-Fi Rush released last year and won an award. We looking forward to Indiana Jones.
Did you play?
What are you looking forward to, sir?
You haven't
what
played
are you
it
looking
yet?
forward to, sir? Sir, we not even in 20. Are we in 2023? Or are we in 2024?
Oh, so you don't. So you have no value in old games. I know you're not saying that as an Xbox Game Pass advocate. I know you're not saying that. Yeah. You're telling me old games have no value.
Hold on. Xbox focus on backwards compatibility. I played some old ass PlayStation games.
So old games have no value then.
On the PS Store. Guess what? They couldn't get no upscale or resolution boost. I rest my case. But you won't go on Phil Spencer.
But I thought you don't play old games, so what's the matter?
See you. I'm also need you to put respect on Sarah Bond's name. Since she was hired, the company has turned around, sir. Put respect on that black woman name. Yeah, put respect on the name, sir.
What do you mean turn around? I'm lost. What are you talking about?
It turned around. Oh, we got games coming, and we had and Xbox has had awards since she was hired, sir.
Oh, you mean like the best soundtrack?
Oh.
I guess when you don't have many games, you'll take anything. We'll take it. Best soundtrack. Best artwork. Everything that has nothing to do with gameplay. That's crazy.
Hold on. Did Spider-Man 2 win? Did Bussy Man 2 win best soundtrack?
I don't recall. I can't recall, sir.
Yeah, you. Of course you can't recall because they went 0-7. License to fail. I rest my case.
License to fail. Holy shit. That's.
Guess what? Shuhei left.
License to fail. Okay.
Jim Ryan left.
I'll give you that one.
Brian Horton left. Don't you find it odd all these people leaving PlayStation?
I have no problem with Jim Ryan leaving and Jim Horton. I'm a bit. I think that's concerning.
Yeah, it's over, sir. See, if you listen to my advice, you wouldn't be so miserable. You wouldn't defend this homosexual propaganda, sir. If you was on Xbox, you wouldn't have to be defending all this. But
sir, if
I guess when
Xbox,
you got your,
I would have a pink controller and blue nail polish, Master Chief nail polish.
Oh, hold on. When you got your Xbox, did it come with nail polish?
Yeah, on the back, it gave me a discount.
Oh,
it came on the receipt.
Okay, so you know what you got when you got your PlayStation 5? You got homosexual software that's loaded onto it. I rest my case.
How, Sway? You just making up shit.
I'm not making up that shit.
You just putting words together. They don't make any sense. You just putting words together.
You out here waited 4 years to play Bussy of Us 2. That's what you did. You out here played Bussy Man 2.
There's a difference. I didn't wait any 4 years.
No, sir. You was let's not forget. You was escorting Bussy Warriors in Spider-Man 2. You had no issue with that.
I didn't create the mission. I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't create the mission, but you were still playing it. So that means you enjoyed it.
I wanted 100% the game. That's not my fault.
Oh, you wanted 100%. But have you ever been to a gay bar, sir?
What?
Yeah. Have you been to a gay bar, sir?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything gay bars have to offer me.
They serve food and drinks, sir. You don't have to interact with the pussy. Go ahead and get you some food and some drinks. Yeah, go ahead and do it, sir.
I think the country is a gay bar.
You're not required to interact with them. Go ahead, sit at the bar, order you some drinks and some food, and
if
enjoy your
it's ladies'
time.
night, absolutely. Absolutely, I have no problem.
No.
Yeah, I'll go to a gay lesbian bar. I have no problem with that. Absolutely.
No. Go to you like playing these bussy games on PlayStation. You can do the same in real life.
You're right.
Don't backpedal now.
No backpedal. That is a gay bar. It'll just be a bunch of women. Absolutely, you're right.
Stand 10 toes down on you defending this homosexual propaganda, sir.
Sir, what you have no problem with as far as pink nail polish from Master Chief?
Sir, can I play pink nail polish, sir? How do I play with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Software,
I don't have an Xbox. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Sir, you need to worry about PlayStation because right now you being served nothing. That's what you being served. You don't even know when Ghost of Yota is coming out. Are you planning on getting that?
Yes, absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
My condolences, sir.
Your condolences. Why wouldn't I?
You telling me you enjoyed the first game?
Ghost of Tsushima? Yes, I did. Are you joking?
Look, Lucas, it's over, sir. Ghost of Tsushima, it was just a copy and paste.
Y'all don't even
Ubisoft
have a game that can compete with Ghost of Tsushima.
That had, sir, that's a Ubisoft game with the Sony logo on it.
You don't even have a game that can compete with Ghost of Tsushima, though. Is that crazy?
What's different from? Wait. Hold on. Say that again.
You don't have a game right now that can compete with Ghost of Tsushima.
When did Ghost of Tsushima drop, sir?
I don't know, a few years ago.
It dropped in 2020, which was the PS4.
Damn,
I rest my case.
Over a decade?
Yeah. No, that was 4 years, sir.
No, my fault. I'm tripping. But you still don't have a game that can compete with that 4-year-old game.
Hold on. We live in a whole different generation, sir. We about to be on the 5th year. That don't even exist, sir. Oh, well, hold on. It might exist for you because PlayStation they like to remaster and remake games. So that's what you got to look forward to. It's remasters and remakes.
What game on Xbox does it compete with Ghost of Tsushima?
Sir, that released last gen, sir.
I know what game currently now in your whole catalog.
Sir.
Your whole modern day catalog competes with Ghost of Tsushima. Give me one.
That's last gen. No,
I know you don't even have a current gen game that can compete with last gen.
Sir, we talking about this gen.
You don't even have a current gen game that can compete with last gen.
Okay,
you understand?
If you want to go by awards, we bring up Hi-Fi Rush. Who has more awards?
Sir, you believe Hi-Fi Rush? You believe Hi-Fi Rush is better than
y'all love
Ghost of Tsushima?
Y'all love awards. Y'all love awards. Which game has more awards, sir?
Are we going by awards? Is that the argument that Xbox wants to play? I don't think that's an argument. I don't think that's a game Xbox wants to play.
Sir, why would I be happy with a copy and paste Ubisoft game with a Sony logo? I played that game 100 times already.
Copy and paste Ubisoft game. What?
What is so different about it? That's just like Assassin's Creed, really. You clearing out bases. You going to question marks. You doing all it. It's the same thing as Assassin's Creed has done for years. Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, anything else. But that's right. You blinded by that Sony logo. I know why. You ponies. You see that logo and
you're saying
your
that
mind
as we're
melts.
coming up on Indiana Jones, a game that goes to third person perspective for you to climb up a wall.
Sir,
insane.
Why you got to be hateful, sir? Why you
Absolutely
can't just
insane.
enjoy the game? Or see, you still living in the past.
There
we
is
need
no
to focus
game
on
to
right now.
enjoy. What do you mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, because you on PlayStation. That's right. You playing Black Ops 6. You playing Black Ops 6, but you could be playing Astrobot. That's right. But I wanted to get to my real disagreement. I need a point question to ask you. Are you having sexual relations with Roland Martin, sir?
No. That's a crazy question.
Imagine defending Butterball Roland Martin for getting. Well, what did he get? 350,000.
Yeah. He should be getting more. We all should be getting more.
More for what? What has this black media produced besides tap dancing and being wrong constantly?
If you're going to be as far as for the Democrat Party, then they should be sponsoring you 100%. They're going to need that to compete with the Republican Party.
Sir. He was out here tap dancing for butter biscuits with Hillary Clinton. Nothing came out of that. He was wrong about Sleepy Joe stepping down. And he was wrong about Kamala Harris winning the election. It's time to bury this man, sir. Just put him away.
She should have won.
No, sir, let me repeat this. It's not should have. She didn't. He said she would, and she didn't.
Well, he's not responsible for the campaign or how they spent their money.
Sir, the problem is he's getting money and he's not drilling these people. We're supposed to drill these people, right? Like you say. So every time, hold on. Did he even get a sit down with Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
When?
A while ago, but it was like 3 weeks into the 3 weeks after. No, 3 weeks prior the election.
Mm-hmm. So did he drill this woman?
No, they had like 30 minutes.
And you don't bad 30 minutes, and you don't see any issue with this. Why? If you say we're headed to extinction, wouldn't you have a sense of urgency with these people, sir?
There was nothing to drill her on because she already put out policies that were directed towards us. Okay, now you could ask for us maybe for more clarification, but until you find out what what Congress looks like, all you'd be doing would be giving promises that wouldn't be backed up by anything.
And if you think she would have won, would he have drilled her?
What?
If she won, right? Would you think he would have heat for her for the next 4 or 8 years?
Depending on what she did, yeah.
Sir, no, he wouldn't. you capped her.
Why not? He's called out Democrats before.
Sir, you remember that King Randall interview?
Yeah.
And did you ever see his interview with Dr. Umar Johnson?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go with King Randall. You think he would have drilled? He didn't even do this with Hillary. You think he would have did this with? And guess what? And he getting paid. So you telling me he getting paid and he was gonna drill her like he drilled King Randall? That's actually making a difference. This is what you're saying?
Well, as far as talking to King Randall versus the President of the United States, yes, your line of questioning is going to be a little bit different.
What you mean a little bit different? His questions should be harsh because they affect stuff worldwide.
Depending on what they do, yeah.
No, it should be out the gate because they affect things
There's
worldwide.
no reason to be out the gate if you agree with what she was advocating for.
No. I don't care if you agree. It's okay. I could agree with a lot of things. I'ma still drill you. There's no days off.
I don't think that makes any sense.
How does that not make sense, sir?
Because if you agree with what she's saying in her policies, then what exactly are you drilling her on?
Drilling her to have, like you say, action behind this. We need a step-by-step breakdown on how this is going to get passed. And it, like you said, if you don't get it passed,
the step-by-step breakdown is heavily dependent on who gets elected.
Okay, then. And whoever gets elected and it doesn't get done, she should be out of there. Not all this tap dancing like we did with Obama for 8 years.
Yeah, but you would have to wait until you see as far as what the outcome of the election is before to drill them.
Sir, that should be the day. Okay, what did they say? First 90 days? Okay, yeah, 90 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it should start.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
Why do you think? Why do you? Are you expecting her to make black people a priority within the first 90 days of the administration?
Sir, you said extinction. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to.
She's not gonna be the one that saves us. There's not gonna be any one politician that saves black people from extinction.
So you want us to what? Shuck and jive, hopscotch until what?
You do what you have to do to get the votes and to get people on your side.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing Republicans do, or white people do with Republicans.
So we already know that the Republicans not on that, really. So what I'm saying is, you think black media like him is helping or hurting? Because I don't see any. All I see from him is really soft shoeing, and he getting paid to soft shoe, right?
I don't think he's getting paid as far as ads. Ads different from like a cash payment.
But you ever watch a show, right?
No, I haven't watched like a full episode. I've seen like
well,
clips.
if you watch a show and anybody criticizing or demeaning these Democrats, he goes straight to cussing these people out. Why
That's
are
not
you cussing me out for asking questions? You shouldn't be. No, we should be questioning these people that's serving. That's
he very much has questioned them.
No, what I'm saying is you shouldn't be cussing out people because they have a different opinion from you.
Oh, it depends on what that opinion is. It depends on what that opinion is. That's the same thing that racists say as far as, well, I just think black people are not humans. That's my opinion.
No. Because when it comes till this day with Obama, you can't say nothing about this man. And that should not be the case with these people you have voted for. You should criticize this man. But he's off he's out of bounds, right? It's just like with Trump. You say something against Trump, they call you an agent, right? Or whatever word they want to use. It's the same thing with Obama.
I think the people who disagree with him should establish their own media company.
What you mean? So what you telling me is he formed a media company to agree with these Democrats?
I don't think he formed a media company to agree with the Democrats. I think he's formed a media company to get a black voice out. Now, if you disagree with his black voice, then establish your own media company and then get Kamala Harris on an interview. But I noticed that everyone who keeps on complaining about Roland Martin ain't competing with Roland Martin.
No, don't do that, sir.
Yeah, it just is what it is. You don't like what he's saying, then all right.
Hold on.
You got the influence. You got the money. Then build your own media company.
Us being mad.
Build your own media company. Get a bunch of black pundits on that you agree with, and have them run the house 24/7. Run media 24/7, and then have Kamala Harris and other Democrats to come on to your show, and then you drill them how you want to drill them. But instead, these Negroes who keep on doing is attacking the one person who had a sit down with Kamala Harris, who constantly, regularly has, as far as governors, senators, representatives on his program. These same Negroes don't have that reach. But they constantly want to complain about, the Democrats and reparations. Okay, so what you doing? You have the money, right? All these mofos, if you have enough money to do a museum or to do a venue, then surely you have enough money to do some type of media company and employ black people to get a voice out to actually be taken seriously in these political streets. But that's not what these people want. They just want to bitch and complain. Because they know the moment in time that they actually try and do something, that the hustle and the grift is up.
You know what you sound like right now? You sound like Tariq Nasheed when he get criticized. Why you pocket watching? That's what you sound like. No. We want to know what we paying for, what I'm donating my money for, sir. right?
I don't disagree,
Just-
but I don't believe you
just-
donate to Roland Martin.
Okay, he has a black media, and what does that mean? that doesn't mean anything.
What that
What is
means
your
is, I'll tell you what it means. It means a variety of things. When it comes to money, Democrats now have a company to put money in for ads. They now have a place to purchase things, right? If they want to buy media that is specifically targeted towards black people. You know the vast majority of where the votes come from.
Sir.
What are we talking about? We now have another avenue for a Democrat to go on and speak whatever it is their messaging is outside of CNBC, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, and all that. That is directly towards black people.
Sir, you did a video on what was her name? Was it Jasmine Crockett, right? Talking about how white men are not oppressive. That's the woman name?
Yeah.
And didn't she mention? Wait, was that Jasmine? No, it was the other woman that went on. Was that the Breakfast Club? What's her name?
What are you talking about?
I forgot the woman that went on the interview, and she mentioned how white people wasn't gonna vote for Kamala Harris. What's her name?
I have no idea.
I forgot, but she mentioned that these Democrats wasn't putting money into the people that was grassroots level.
Yes, Roland Martin criticized that as well.
Yeah, so they was neglecting, right? So we should be on their necks, because even when you have black media, they still neglecting you.
I don't disagree. That's something that he's brought up. But the problem is, if you only have one person who's black media, then yeah, I am going to neglect you because you don't make up a big share of the market.
And that's why you can't be, if you only have one black media, you can't be soft showing with these people. You need to go at them. You don't have time to hopscotch around this. If we in times,
that's
like you say.
That's not his job. If he views as far as the Democrat Party a certain way, that's on him. If you disagree with him, then that's on the people, the big voices out there who disagree with him, to start their own thing, to put out their voice.
So now we disagree. We got to start our own thing.
Yes, that's how that works. What are we talking about?
So we can't much call out nothing.
You can, but also it's a benefit, right? Because now you have different voices, different black voices that reach different parts of the community. Mm-hmm. Because just how people say, "Oh, he's boule," well, not everybody associates with boule. Not that messaging may not resonate with everyone. Just the same way as far as Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity have the same goal, but their messaging is very different. So we need to have that same thing within the collective.
So you know a lot of these Negroes are like boule. Look at the pastors.
Sure, and a lot of them aren't though. So why not give Democrats an option? I mean, a variety of ways to spend their money.
The boule gets a lot of attention, though, sir, compared to like what? I don't know if you consider the FBA movement like a splinter or something. Is that boule or not?
I think that's a waste of time.
Y'all see? So now we got a splinter group, and now it's a waste of time. Have mercy.
Yes, because they don't stand for anything. They're just a voice, a digital loud voice.
So that same logic could be applied to Roland Martin since he soft shoes with these politicians.
He's not, because nobody was meeting with FBA. Tariq couldn't get Donald Trump and Kamala Harris to meet with him at his freaking his museum. Could he? No. But guess who got, as far as the vice president and potential president of the United States, to have a sit down with him? Roland Martin. Now, you can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, those are the facts.
So MLK had attention of presidents, right, sir?
That's great.
And he wasn't soft showing. And guess what Robert Kennedy or JFK? I think it was Robert Kennedy. He said, "You do not want to threaten people like us." He told that to MLK. So he wasn't going up in there playing with these people. But we got these modern day Negroes soft showing. So where is that thing?
Become the change you want to see then.
Have
these mofos who already have the money and already have the ear of the community Do a GoFundMe for a media campaign. The Negro's doing a GoFundMe for everything else. Why not? What are we talking about? I don't understand. If you have such a disagreement with Roland Martin, his boule self and everything, then do your own.
So no, it's not. It's not building the own. It's
but at the same time, what do you mean it's not building your own? You can build a museum, but you can't build a media company to get money from the Democrats in which you support?
No. It's just having. I can't critique. Why can't I critique this man?
I have no issue with people critiquing him. Critique all you want. That's not going to change anything.
Okay, so
that's
it's
the
not
problem.
Gonna change anything. So why are y'all online critiquing all day and all night if it's not gonna change nothing?
I critique as far as to lead as far as the audience a certain way, or unless the audience wants me to talk on a certain subject.
And that's what we're doing with him. Why are you sharpshooting? No,
I have no issue with you critiquing.
Action,
but the
sir.
issue I have with is that people who have the money and the influence who aren't using that money and influence to get out a different voice. If I had the money and the influence to get out or to do a media company, I would. Mm-hmm. But when I tried, the only person that signed up was a white dude. So clearly,
you should
either A, niggas ain't shit, or B, I'm not there yet. And I'm okay with both of those.
So you should be on similar footing with Tariq Nasheed, right, sir?
No, not at all. Because I don't think a museum is going to do not a damn thing for Black empowerment.
Sir, we got you in 4K donating to this man museum. Come on.
You're absolutely correct. Because what it was a 3-story place that was promoted as a venue for us to strategize and plan. I'm all about that. Absolutely. We do need a venue where we can all collaborate and work out in the community. 100%. And it was in the middle of Crenshaw. Absolutely. That is night and day from what was constructed, and it's night and day from what it's currently being used as. Ain't nobody want to go there to fucking listen to fucking a bunch of no-name fucking comedians. Nigga, how are you gonna listen to a comedian when you constantly talking about white supremacy is killing us? What? Ain't nobody got time to laugh. We need time to fucking strategize and plan.
Oh yeah, see, you said it. We don't have time to laugh. Okay, we don't have time for you soft showing. How about that? Go in there and drill her every time you see this woman. It shouldn't even be no game.
Here's the thing: the people who view that already disagree with Roland Martin's positions. You're not going to change his positions. He views things a certain way. It's just a fundamental difference.
But the fundamental difference is damaging, though, sir.
It's only damaging if that's the only voice out there.
Isn't that the major voice? Isn't that the only major Black media voice out there?
Whose fault is that when there's plenty of people who have the resources to compete? They just choose not to.
Didn't you, a few months ago, you covered the NABJ. Wasn't they soft shooting also?
With Kamala?
Well, no, with Trump, because she didn't even show up.
No, they weren't soft shooting anything. They were just being belligerent and hostile for no reason.
So yeah, they didn't even direct a real.
But that's not. But like here, in addition to that, there should be some blame on Trump for showing up there with no plan. How are you going to show up to as far as a group of Black people without anything to offer them?
But they still miss the opportunity to have the right question.
I don't disagree.
Like you can't keep dropping the ball here and there and here.
I don't disagree. So, hence why we need more outlets.
Sir,
but it seems that the same people who think like us, who have the resources to create this competition, don't want to do it. Which leads other questions.
But it is people love boule.
Clearly they don't, if that's what you're saying. Or clearly, either they, and if they do, then what are we complaining about?
Hey, no, I'm complaining about it. I don't know what these other Negroes are doing.
All right, well, if you complain about it, but if you don't make up a good percentage of the Black population, then what does it matter?
What you mean, man? You think you want me just sit, be quiet, and fold my arms?
Yes, nigga, shut up.
So do understand during the civil rights the upper upper middle class Black people had an issue with like these civil rights organizations. Like, so Boule was going back all the way to then, and the NAACP was having issues with Martin Luther King. So that goes all the way back to them, and that's the problem.
That's great. If you had a few million in the account, would you try and compete with Roland Martin?
What do you mean would I try to compete with him?
Would you try and compete with him? It's very simple.
As in what, media?
Yes.
Sir. So you really asking this question, sir?
The question is a yes or no question.
Has media really been a radical change like that? We
Sir,
all know what
I
it changed.
asked you.
No. So
if you had millions in your account, you can't even give me an answer. That goes and show you. That
Sir,
goes and show that niggas ain't shit.
Wait.
Thank you for proving my point.
Wait, hold on.
Thank you for proving my point. You couldn't even give an answer with a hypothetical.
Sir. So, okay, if I was in Roland Martin's position, would I have to accept donations?
What? Yes.
So that means I would have to soft shoe, and I couldn't say what I really wanted to say. So say it was like, if I was like Malcolm.
Hold on. That's not how donations work. The donations are from the people.
So hold on. If I was like Malcolm, you think I would be getting donations, sir?
If there was a Cash App for Malcolm at the time,
no.
Yes, I do.
If I was saying the white man needs to die, or if I was, would you think I would be paid? Because we know how he talked about liberals. They soft shoe also.
I think that's a foolish statement. So no, I don't think you'd be getting paid by any people. Maybe a small handful of people who would pay you for a message like that.
Sir, they wouldn't put nobody like that. If you on national TV, you can't go up on there just saying anything.
Roland Martin's not on national TV.
Sir, he's on. Okay, you can't say anything on YouTube. Y'all even scared to say Jews.
Sure, and you can't say anything anywhere.
Look what they try to do with Farrakhan, blaming the Jews. They try to get this man out. You think they're gonna bring somebody like Farrakhan on national TV saying that about Jews? No.
The issue is not to blame people. The issue is to get a counter narrative going.
Sir. No, the blame needs to be placed.
You couldn't so if you had millions in the account right now, poof, magically, now you have millions in your account.
Sir.
Would you start a media company of your own, similar to Roland Martin's?
Sir, if I had millions, that would be used as bail money. I'm going to see some people.
There we go. Okay, so then stop complaining about Roland Martin then. Because even if you had the money, you said you wouldn't compete, bro.
Hold on. I can't complain about Roland Martin.
No, you can't.
But didn't you just say we need different voices?
And when given the opportunity, you declined.
I just told you you can't be a certain person online like that. Or a national TV.
Because everybody you talking about? There's plenty of people online who disagree with Roland Martin. What do you mean?
All the people you see. No, you talk about if I had to compete with him, that means I would have to receive donations, and that means I would have to temper what I'm saying, sir.
No, you wouldn't have to temper what you're saying.
Yes, I would. If black people are in a bad position, like you say, there's no capitulating, sir. That's off the table.
Sure, by all means, you can do that within the TOS of YouTube. You can do that within the umbrella that is, I don't know, guidelines for national media. What are you talking about?
Y'all see that? You see how these media platforms start to degrade you? Oh, now it's the TOS of YouTube. So now I gotta downplay what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that doesn't as far as dilute the message. What are you talking about?
No. If you're saying we in a bad position, we need to be going 100 miles per hour.
You can go 100 miles per hour, bro, but you can do it safely. What are you talking about?
Sir, no.
You don't need to be driving reckless. Like what?
Sir, you ever seen the movie? You ever seen Mad Max Fury Road?
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, that's how you need to be driving around here.
That's not going to get you anywhere. That's going to get you nowhere fast. That's where it's going to get you.
So would you because
that's not how politics works.
would you say January 6th? Oh, that's not politics. Okay, would you say
It's
January 6th was dumb?
Would I say January 6th was dumb?
Yeah.
Yes.
Election laws were changed due to that, sir. So how does that not work for politics?
Why were the election laws changed? Because the people who protested had people in positions of power that sympathized with their cause.
So that wasn't stupid then?
No, it absolutely was stupid because many of them are still locked up.
No, it was okay. It was people got killed, people was locked up. Things still changed.
Yes.
In certain states, I think the early voting was shortened.
Okay.
But that was stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
This is the side. This is the side effect of white supremacy. They got you operating.
Wait, do you think that do you think
that they don't operate in?
Do you think that if the people in power that were Republicans, if they weren't under as far as the whip of Trump, do you think that they would have still done what they did?
Sir,
the whole point is that you have someone in position of power who agrees with you. So if my father is the head of the LAPD, yeah, I'm probably gonna be a little reckless with it because I know.
So what they did was not a crime then, since everybody agreed with them. Well, the Republican side, that wouldn't be a crime what they did.
No, it still would be a crime. They would just people would just turn a blind eye to it, or they would be pardoned, which is what Trump did to many of them. When it comes to Steve Bannon, one of them.
So that it was a smart thing to do, right? And it got certain laws changed, and you can't hand out food, water, and the voting was.
The only reason it got certain laws changed is that the people who changed the laws were sympathetic to the cause,
and therefore it was smart to do, because they had what is the word you use, a catalyst to change that, right? Because of their action.
The catalyst for change was the president of the United States.
And it was his change. Why was the catalyst? Because people ran in there, right? And which gave them an excuse.
They ran in there because of him.
Yes, and therefore it gave them an excuse to enact certain laws. So therefore it wasn't stupid.
Sure, if that's what you want to say, it wasn't stupid because of what happened, then by all means.
That's not what I want to say. That's what happened.
I'm not doubting as far as what happened. I'm down the characterization of whether it was stupid or not.
It can't be stupid if things change for them.
So it's more of if the means justify the ends. If the ends justify the means.
Where do we live? Let's pull out.
If that's what you believe, then by all means.
No, hold on.
But what does that have to do with as far as creating a media company?
Hold on. Let's pull out. Where do we live?
We live in the United States.
How did the United States form, sir?
Was it through
words? Okay, I rest my case. So you trying to operate nicely that in a place that wasn't formed on any kind of logic. You trying to play? How you gonna play the game they made up, but they don't operate like that? That makes sense to you?
I don't understand.
How you don't understand?
Because a lot of what they operated on wasn't caused through war.
It was caused. What was it through logic, sir, or not? Was it? It was just.
It was caused through laws.
Through laws that was formed by what?
Formed by people in Congress.
And how was Congress founded, sir?
What do you mean, how was Congress founded?
Through genocide of the natives, built off of slaves, right? So is that fair? Is that right to do?
What does that have to do with as far as present time?
Sir. I don't understand how you can't see this.
I don't see it. Because when it comes to segregation, segregation wasn't violent. When it comes to as far as saying that black women can't vote, that wasn't violent. When it came to as far as you having as far as a white water fountain and a black water fountain, there was no violence behind that.
Sir, segregation was violent. Have you ever seen videos of the sit-ins and people getting spit on and milkshakes thrown at them, punched in the face? You ever seen those videos?
That was them trying to, as far as stop segregation. But as far as the same
violence, segregation, and that was due to the laws of segregation, which was violent.
Being enacted, there was no violence for it to be enacted.
But if you try to, so if we, like you said, so if I just went along to get along,
it was very peaceful. They said, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and they passed the law, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna do it, done and done."
So you say if I just went along to get along, everything would be fine, right? We don't need no funding for schools. We don't need to sit in the front of the bus. We got to go to the back. We need to be dehumanized. That would be fair, sir?
No, but I think times change. So the same actions that worked maybe back in the day are not the same actions that would work presently.
Sir, like you said, it's just more converted. It's still America. The seed of America is planted. No, the roots of it is evil, sir. Like you don't see those
being
roots
the case.
That are black.
But the strategies change. That's the thing. I don't disagree with you,
sir. But the base is still evil, and
I don't disagree. The base can still be evil.
Hold on.
The base can still be evil, but you still have to alternate your strategy to be competent.
Sir, and don't you say what's the word you use? The lineage of evil. So that's still here, right?
Yes, very much.
So what are we talking about, sir? You not some of these demons have to go. I mean that's the point of it.
I don't disagree, but in order for them to go, you have to be in position of power so you can have that ability to do said things.
Sir, have you ever heard of the 1897 coup of Wilmington?
No.
White supremacists burned down a biracial party of black and white people. It was a town. I forgot the city. They burned that place down and had these people at gunpoint.
Okay.
So what are we talking about? They was operating how the system was supposed to operate.
Did they do it legally?
What you mean legal? No, it was a coup, sir. Yes, it was legal. They didn't want no black Negroes and white people working together. So they said, no, this got to go.
I don't believe it was legal then.
What you mean you don't believe? It was a coup, sir. They burned, this is 1890s. They burned these people's places. They burned the whole town down at gunpoint. But this is how it's supposed to go. But it was still burned down.
I don't believe that was legal. I don't think that was justified legally under the law.
Under what law? According to who?
Well, that's the point.
Oh wait, according to the white supremacist law, yes, what they did was legal because they white demons, so that's legal in their eyes. Just like what January 6th was legal in their eyes.
So that you need people in positions of power who empathize with what you want to achieve.
You think these white demons gonna empathize with you?
Yeah.
Also, just
not everyone who is white is of as far as the lineage of evil.
Sir. You think the people? What was the town that was burned down? Oh, Black Wall Street. Oh. We had our own stuff, trading with each other, had economic stability. They still burned that down. But we supposed to operate within their parameters of operation.
I don't think I understand what you're getting at.
This goes all the way back to would I compete with Roland Martin? No, because I would have to neuter what I'm saying. And it don't work with you can't.
You believe that you can't get your message across?
You can, but it's going to be at a snail's pace, and you would have to tap dance for it. Which Republican Party. What's those Negroes that's crying because they didn't get a seat at the table, but they tap dance for Trump?
I don't think any of them are crying. I think that's the sad part.
Yeah, you see how did that tap dance work out for them, sir?
I think they know the role. They tap dance for survival, not as far as to progress or gain up the ladder.
So why are they suddenly shocked?
I don't think that
Wasn't
they
it-
are. That's the
they don't.
point.
So you telling me they didn't want to go higher up on the political ladder?
I think they have an understanding of where they reside in the Republican Party.
So they got it. So essentially, they got to tap dance for crumbs.
Yes.
And what? So what is their game plan then? If they're not going to get,
that's a great game. I
Any-
mean, that's a great question. The game plan is, hey, collect your money and do as you told. Simple as that.
collect your money, do what you're told, but you still black.
Yeah.
That
Who
makes
cares? I
What you
don't
mean?
think that they care, bro.
You still gonna be dead too. They don't like you either.
Okay, but by the time that happens, bro, I'll be long gone.
Oh, you be long gone. So see, that's that white supremacist seeping into your brain.
I'm not saying
gonna
me,
be
but I'm
long-
saying that's probably how they think. I wouldn't. I mean, if you have money, say they start lynching niggas, like, yo, we're gonna kill everybody. All right, I got the bag, bro. I can go to another country. What are we talking about? I have mobility now. I don't have to stay here.
Sorry.
I think a lot of the Negroes who talk about, well, I'm gonna stay here, I'm not gonna flee. It's like, no, nigga, you don't have the money to flee. You have no other options because you are financially bankrupt due to what this country has done. They have limited your mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you have to stay here and just take it.
You remember those Africans in Ukraine?
Yes, I am a student.
I rest my case. You not running from this. Even the Jews, they can't run from it either.
How about you don't go to Ukraine? I don't understand. What am I missing?
What you mean? Don't
go to Ukraine. I don't know what are we talking about.
White supremacy is worldwide. You see all these different countries that speak these white demons languages, from Africa to Australia. You can even go to Asia in certain areas. It don't matter. Hong Kong was colonized by the British for 150
but there's
years.
different degrees as far as its stronghold.
Sir, no. So you think going out of the United States is going to be easier, where that originated in those areas of Europe? You think it's going to be easier in those areas?
100%.
And in Africa.
If the U.S. starts going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and they have a law where it's like, yo, we hanging niggas, yes, it would be easier outside the U.S. then.
Imagine thinking that. With your brain has melted.
What are we talking about? Every immigrant believes that. Do you understand? By them immigrating here to the country. If white supremacy is international and you have Africans coming here, by them immigrating here, they understand that there are degrees to white supremacy.
So it would be worse at the origin of it. Even in Africa, they still having trouble
so.
developing.
It depends on the laws of the land and how they're implemented.
Sir, laws don't matter to the white demon, sir.
I hear you.
I think,
but at least you have some way of fighting for your rights, as opposed to you not even having rights. You can argue, hey, the law is not being, upheld to its original intent, versus there is no law that includes you, so you have no legal standing to go to court.
So how did that work out for the Japanese internment camps?
It worked out very well. They got reparations.
They
were still citizens. It worked out very well.
Citizens.
They got reparations.
Sent to internment camp. So it's well being a citizen.
Hold on.
And how did that law
you were to tell black people,
them?
hey, y'all got to go in internment camps for I don't know, I forgot how long it was, for 6 months or some shit. In order to get reparations, a hefty check, every black person would go into internment camp willingly. Including my black ass self.
You gonna sell? Well, hold on. You gonna sell your dignity, sir?
Nigga, to go into an internment camp,
sir.
Yes, bro. It's not a concentration camp. They ain't having me do forced labor. The fuck?
So some of them were doing labor in there, and they had.
By all means, I'll do some labor. Great, that's a bigger check on the back end.
And guess what? They had to announce their loyalty to the United States and go fight in their war. That's the kind of humility you want. That's the kind of humility you want, sir.
Do you understand? It's way better than what our ancestors had to go through and get nothing. Yes, I agree. Yes,
hold on.
absolutely.
Hold on.
I'll
What
take
would
that in
the
a heartbeat.
reparations? What would the reparations package look like then? So since you had faith in these demons, what would it look like?
No,
they
it's not
got
about
a
as far as
roadmap.
having faith. I said if
Oh,
it was
y'all see
guaranteed.
this?
You brought up the Japanese. I said if that was offered to us, I would take it 100%.
Okay, so what form of reparations would it be? What would it be? A few thousand? What? Land, tax exemption?
All of that. All
of that. So we gonna need that in writing before we go in. But they had writing with Indians, and you know how that turned out, sir. So they don't keep their word.
They got casinos. I'm good. I don't mind. I don't mind. If the worst thing I have to worry about is dying due to alcohol poisoning, fam, we good, bro. What are we talking about?
Sir, you don't know nothing about the casinos because
What
they
we
still
talking
on them.
about, bro? We good.
They still on them. They still on those reservations dealing with issues.
Bro, we good, bro. They good. They self-govern. They fine. The only problem is that they find out that they're degenerates when there's no fucking no one telling them what to do. That they'll do whatever the fuck they want. Great, I'm good.
So
I'll deal with that.
You need to be.
I would like to know if I have some vices, bro. I would like to develop some vices. Okay, because you want to know how you develop vices? You have to have money to develop vices, bro.
So you need to be so.
You have to have money. You have to have money
demons.
to find out you're an alcoholic, bro. Absolutely, I'd love to find. What the fuck are my vices? Maybe I have a vice for fucking Bugattis. I would love to find out. I would love some high expensive vices, bro. Absolutely, I'd love to find that out.
And I need to address your RFK video right quick, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Why are y'all complaining?
Complaining about
Roland Martin, he out here crashing out, and you bringing up RFK. Why?
How is Roland Martin crashing out?
What happened?
How is Roland Martin crashing out?
Yeah, he was crashing out what RFK had said. I'm trying to figure out why.
What did he say? I can't remember.
I don't know. He said F you.
He said F you?
Yeah, he said F you to RFK. For telling what did he say? He was telling us how to deal with racism or something.
Oh yeah, because that was some stupid shit. Yeah, he's right. Roland Martin's right in that regard.
This is my problem with Bussy Martin. So I'm still on Sleepy Joe saying if you don't vote for me or not, you're not black. And he was talking crazy to those Negroes on a Zoom call, but he didn't have that same energy for him. Can you explain this to me, sir?
He didn't have the same energy for who?
For Joe Biden when he tried to put black people in a box for not voting for him.
I don't think anyone took as far as what Joe Biden said in a derogatory way. I think he said it tongue in cheek.
How is that not derogatory?
Because he said it tongue in cheek.
No, y'all see this? Now it's tongue. Okay, well, RFK said it's tongue in cheek then.
No, he wasn't saying it tongue in cheek.
He
was being serious,
tongue in cheek.
And he gave an example. I know you're not comparing RFK advising black people to get over racism is to ignore it. With freaking Biden talking about you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
He thinks what he's saying is that's how we should vote. Why should we vote for you like this, Negro? Huh? And you don't remember that video?
He was out of line, but I don't think he was trying to be as far as malicious with it.
No. That's what. See, you see how you giving these people an inch and they take them out, and he was talking to them Negroes crazy. Y'all didn't say nothing. Why you didn't say nothing? But you won't cry about RFK. No.
What do you mean? I did say something. I said something. I made a video regarding as far as Biden talking crazy to Democrats.
There wasn't the same uproar, sir. Now it's these big bad Republicans. Y'all won't act crazy. No, I'm gonna need that same energy for Sleepy Joe as y'all giving to RFK.
I don't disagree.
And that's my issue with Roland Martin. He tap danced too much. Yeah,
I don't think he's tap dancing.
Why are you defending this man, sir?
Because it boils down to, listen, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you, right? You may, as far as have some constructive criticism to have the party better align with your ideals and what it stands for. But that's not going to be the same.
See this?
Hold on, it's not going to be the same.
Y'all see this?
There's nothing to see because, listen, me talking to my child is going to be very different from how I talk to some random Negro on the street, right? I may talk to my child in a certain way. Listen, this is why you don't do that. because this can happen. Versus little fucking Deshaun over there. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you doing?
Wait, hold on. I ran these Negroes are politicians. What you mean? No, that's
We
same.
talking about Roland Martin, bro. We're not talking about Biden. You say you didn't like Roland Martin because he tap danced, and I'm telling you, you want the same energy for RFK as you would for Biden. That's not going to happen. Nobody would have that unless you're absolutely retarded. That doesn't make any sense.
So see, and that goes back to why these Democrats can get away with what they get away with, because y'all don't have your foot on their neck. Oh,
it's not about having your foot on their neck. It's about addressing the wrongs. The issue,
what happened?
It's not about having the foot on the neck. It's about addressing the wrongs. If I don't know, let's say your wife makes a wrong turn, you're not gonna get on her ass. What the fuck are you, stupid? What's wrong with you? You should have known better. You're not gonna do that. You can get the same message across that, hey, that's a wrong turn. You should have gone down there. You made a mistake. It's okay. You make a turn here. As opposed to when the homies or a rando or even worse, a white supremacist in the fucking driving wheel, you gonna get on their ass. What the fuck is wrong with you, fucking stupid ass racist piece of shit? You should have made a left down there. You're going to address them completely different. Just as you would as far as your mom and dad versus the homie.
So we already know they're racist. They show us who they are. These Democrats play like they don't have that same mentality, but they do.
I think some of them absolutely 100%.
And how you gonna compare my? Hold on. Do you think Roland Martin knows Sleepy Joe personally?
I don't know.
Probably not. So all bets are off. He should be on his neck. You should not be.
You wouldn't be on their neck because they're the leader of the party that you're for.
And
meaning you're going to address
that's right.
differently.
I forgot. That's the reason why.
You're not gonna
that's the reason why you. That's why you let PlayStation get away with their homosexual behavior. That's right. Because you footed.
No,
you're a Christian.
You're not going to agree with 100% everything they do. But if it's something that drastically goes against the ideology of the party or what they allegedly say that they're for, then yes, it should be corrected. It should be acknowledged.
Yes, it should be acknowledged. But guess what? We see everything, and this is the problem what I have with these niggas and Trump. Everything Trump do, it's wrong. We can't get nothing on Joe Biden. So you telling me he been in office for 4 years and everything he did was all right?
No.
That's what I. So where's the criticism? We didn't hear nothing about this man breaking up unions, and it was quiet. But now people want to talk about tariffs. This is what I'm talking about. No, you don't have that same energy. But we're supposed to be shocked with
I
this.
don't think you're going to have the same energy because they're two different actions. What do you mean?
What you mean two different? They still affecting people's life.
Not to the same degree. What?
They don't. Lord. Lou, you got to get your brain checked. What you mean not to the? I don't care if it's not to the same degree. You still getting called out.
Okay.
So, Lucas, we got to get you off this plantation party, sir. I mean, maybe you need to go independent, and you'll see things differently.
I'm very much, for the most part, independent.
All right. Yeah. So that's all I had to say tonight.
All right. Fair enough. Appreciate the call.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You as well. I think there's an imbalance in comparing everything as the same. Because it's not the same. 277, what's the disagreement?
You owe us, all of us, all 371 people watching $50 for that back-to-back nonsensical, I have no life, I need to call another man on a live stream and tell him and talk about nonsense, okay? No, Lucas. Here I am waking up, starting my Monday, I'm going to work, and I'm like, okay, maybe Lucas will be informative today. No. He's talking to Giggles, and he's talking to a lonely old man who doesn't want to pay $50. and he really mized you on that $50. Like, he was hoping you were gonna bring it back. He's like, "Are you gonna bring it back?" I'm joking, man. You can keep it. You can keep it. Like, really, Lucas? We could be talking real things like the vet program. We could be charging these people money for consultation, Lucas. You just lost 2 hours worth of consultation money if you had the vet program out. I hate you, Lucas, right now. I hate you right now, sir. Like, this, you are sitting on a gold pit of gold, my guy. You're sitting on a gold pit here, a very, very rich gold pit, and you're not taking any money from it, and you're just busy talking to the birds and the bees and whatever else doesn't make you money. That program, Lucas. Valentine's Day is 2 months away. Get on it. Come on.
I'm working on it. You're right. No, you're right.
Let's do consultation. You see what Kevin Samuels did? Hate him or love him, I don't care. What I liked is Kevin Samuels, for every call that he took, he charged people. He said, either I put you on a live stream, make money out of you, or we do a private consultation. Lucas, you're not doing either. You're talking politics. Nobody cares about Trump no more, man. Trump is going to destroy the world. Get over it. Make money, build a spaceship, go to Mars. Okay? Do we understand each other, sir?
We understand each other.
Okay. Take care now.
All right.
Take care, sir. Bye-bye.
You as well. Seven to seven. What's the disagreement?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, my disagreement is that last caller. I agree with him 100%. That fella that you had on and let him spew his garbage for an hour, he lowered everyone. You had 381 people watching and listening, and my God, he made us all. We lost IQ points, because he's not a 3-digit IQ person, and you let him spew that garbage on, and that's the first time that I've really, saw you and like, why are you engaging with this clown? And he's a clown. And you let him drive the clown car. And I'm really, and I've just, gotten to know you in the, in your persona in the last month. And man, you just ruined so much, letting that guy just go on and on. And I tell you, I don't have as much melatonin, kinky hair, and protruding lips, but I'm just as much a brother or more a brother than that guy. That guy's he's a clown. He's Bozo, the clown, the one of the greatest clowns of all time. So I don't know what to tell you. It's your show, but man, that was a pisser. Having to listen to that bull jive, shucking and jiving, just shucking and jiving, man. It's just awful, man. So all I can tell you is just one, person, and I'm a fan, and I like to listen to you, and I think you have good ideas and insights and everything. But you can't let a clown come and take over your show. That's wrong, and it sucked. So that's my disagreement. So
fair enough.
Cool.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Dang, Giggles, you pissed people off, bruh. You piss people off. Giggles usually doesn't talk politics. I understand why. Holy moly, man. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. No more clown car. No more clown car with Giggles. No more clown car with Giggles. Got it. Lordy. 407. What's the disagreement?
My disagreement is that we should ban Giggles from talking about politics. How much do I got to pay in advance that anytime Giggles brings up politics, you hang up the phone immediately? How much I got to pay, dog?
There is no amount. It's just.
There is no amount, bro. We need an amount, bro.
It's
the
same with everyone else. It's 20 to end the call.
Lane. Huh?
It's the same thing with everyone. It's 20 to end the call.
No, I didn't know price in advance. So every time this dumbass talks about politics, you just hang up immediately. Because he need to stick. I would no longer say that we can't talk about consoles when he comes on the phone no more. Because his brain level cannot handle politics. You just made everybody on this stream dumb as shit listening to him. Everybody need to go take an IQ test thanks to Lucas now.
Gotcha.
Lucas, I don't know what's up with you lately, bro, and letting these dummies talk, bro, for too long. But, bro, you got to, I want old Lucas back, bro. I want Lucas back that be standing on motherfuckers' necks, bro. I want Lucas that's going to put a motherfucker in place when they say some dumb shit. Not just sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to use this later and put it up as another post or some shit. Nah, we don't want that Lucas no more. We want old Lucas back. You need to stop trying to kill these dudes with kindness and just kill them. In Minecraft, that is. Because this killing them with kindness, bro, is killing us. It's taking the rest of us out of this thing. You have a good night, Lucas.
You as well.
I want old Lucas back.
Got you. Fair enough. So this killing and kindness is working. It's killing us. That's fucking hilarious, bro. That's fucking hilarious. 901. What's the disagreement?
Hey, Lucas, I hate to jump on you, brother. You know I'm on your side, but those last two calls was right on point, man. This is ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous. Think about it, man. Look, we don't have no media. We can look at CNN is biased, MSNBC is biased. You turn it on YouTube, you get these FBA talking points. We have no place to go. You're the only one that we can actually go to and speak to each other with facts. Because all this laughing and giggling and all the rest of that stuff and this bussy talk and all the rest of that, I don't get it. Because if you actually think about this. How could you sit up here and laugh about what's going on when this man had picked these people for his cabinet and everything that they got planned in less than 2 months gonna have a severe detriment to the same people that's laughing? That's gonna be the interesting part about the whole situation. This is ridiculous, man. This is really ridiculous. The thing about it is you laugh now, but you be crying in 2 months because they already got their plans ready. They already got over 240-some executive orders already ready. They're going to get rid of the EOC. They are going to implement these things, the regulations on these houses and all the rest of that stuff is going to be lifted. And the thing about it is, if you think about it, he got all those oligarchs in those positions. What they're going to do is feed us a bunch of this old mess, a bunch of social mess, and these people keep on falling for it. Not one of them talked about his cabinet, and they're going to pillage and rape the whole bank. They about to end Medicare, Medicaid, cut it down severely, Department of Education, and take that money and divide it amongst each other. What do you think?
I hope not, man. I hope a lot of it is hyperbole, or at least the Republicans know that if they allow him to do everything, that there's going to be some repercussions.
Nah, Lucas, you said that earlier, and one of the disagreements I have for you got a little bit more faith, man, than you disappoint me on that. That man is planning on doing everything that he said he's going to do. He meant every word of it. Every word of it. And for those ones who's out here wondering, this man is actually talking about putting tariffs on our allies. On our allies. Oh no! Think about it. Mexico is like a river crossing Mexico. What if you piss those people off in Mexico and say, okay, yeah, send us our people back. We going to China. Yeah, China, y'all can build a base over here. Okay, Canada. And then you was talking about the other day with BRICS and everything. Well, yeah. I don't think you heard about this, but they already own like 36% of the oil already in the world, in the entire world. Now he's talking about he made a threat sit up there saying that if y'all go with BRICS, we're going to put 100% tariff on you. What if everybody say, okay, screw the United States? What if Japan and China and all the rest of them folks pull their money? Say we want to pull our loans.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about those tariffs when they come down to Canada, do you realize that those trucks, they have trucks that come back and forth? They come back and forth every day. So a tariff on those will be a tariff. Every time that truck comes over and every time it goes back, it will be a tariff on that. And these fellows sit up here laughing. And one of the gentlemen was talking about, and all this, we are the world and people are people and all the rest of that, the illusion of inclusion. Now, here's the thing that we should have done. If you look at it, who was the silent people who got, outside of the Europeans, who got the most out of this administration? Who would you say?
I don't know who. Israel?
No. Think about it. It was the Indian Americans. Silent. Look at all the positions they got in this cabinet now. Vice President wife. You got Patel. He's over there. And then we come down to Patel now. When these officers start shooting these black men and everything, these black women in the streets, you think he's going to prosecute? You think they're going to prosecute? And with that Pam Bundy and all that?
Interesting.
Those things will never be those things will never be in court. They will never make it to courts. But here's the last thing I'm going to say, and I want you to think about this right here. I think it's an old saying that's saying that once you treat a person so bad, back in the day, they would never come through the front door. They always find the back door. Basically, what you see in front of you is a bunch of black men that is willing to find the back door. I've never seen so much submission between men, amongst men in my whole life. And all this giggling and all that, I don't see what's funny. And talking about the boule and all the rest of those things, to think about the situation, the black men that actually voted for Kamala Harris are the ones who are stable. Those are the ones with the money. They was doing it not only for themselves, they was doing it for your children, your nephews and nieces, for the future of the race. When it comes down, he cutting the Department of Education. That's the student loans. That's the all of that stuff. That's for the. Think about it like this. Do you want a Republican governor distributing money for the schools in any of these cities?
No, because I think they're going to abuse it worse than what they've already done.
Man, they talk about building more jails. By the time this thing is over with, man, to be honest with you, we already a high percentage of the prison population, those black males is laughing and all the rest of that. I predict we'll probably be about 70% of the prison population. But go ahead and keep laughing for the next 2 months and everything like that, and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep on listening. And another thing, they ain't right, man. It's too long with the clowns, man. It's game time now. And also renew your passport. I got mine coming in 2 weeks. I'm going to keep listening. Oh, one more thing. Have you... What's the update on that machine that's going to turn these black folks white like they want to be? What's the update on that?
We're working on the kinks.
Well, damn, dog, you need to hurry up, man, because it's getting hot out here, man. I'm going to keep listening, bro.
All right, man, appreciate it. Still working out the kinks, bro. Still working them out. 651. What's the disagreement?
No disagreement. I just gotta say you had a caller on here that was talking about Kamala Harris wasn't black. That she was doing a good job being a step and fetch, buck dancing, coon ass nigga, talking about black folks. It's our fault for our own predicament. I ain't never seen so much of a dumbass nigga regurgitating right-wing talking points. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Kamala Harris ain't black. They wrote an Asian bill for Asian people. He had every right-wing talking point. I was like, God damn, nigga, you sound like Uncle Ruckus. I was like, man, he made niggas from down south feel stupid. I mean, it's like, oh my God, Alabama, y'all need to get y'all education up for real. For real. Stop being a stepping fest, buck dancing coon. Stop it. Read up. And see, here's the sad part about this, Lucas. Here was the sad part. When I was listening to his whole diatribe, right? I'm glad you got $50 from him, though. I'm glad, because he probably gonna waste it on weed and hookers or something. You know what I'm saying? But nah, here was the bad part. It's like he's one of them fools that don't know he dumb, and then there's other people that's dumber than him, and he's out there preaching to them. That's the worst part. It's like, wait a second, he actually think he know what he talking about. Kamala not black. I'm like, nigga, what? Then you show a picture of her. I actually got one even better, bro. If you type in on YouTube, you should actually show this so these dumbass niggas could know. There's a talk where Kamala Harris's dad is giving a talk about the economic possibilities for Jamaica. And he clearly looks like George Jefferson. The nigga look like George Jefferson. So when these dumbasses, oh, he look Indian. I'm like, what Indian looks like George Jefferson, nigga? What? I don't get it. The nigga look just like George Jefferson from the Jeffersons. And you buck dancing coons don't know what that is, Google it. Google George Jefferson. Google it. That's what Kamala Harris' dad looked like. The nigga from the Jeffersons. He looked just like that. Then they're like, oh, she's not black. She's not black. And then you was like, who cares if she wasn't black? Here's our policies. This nigga couldn't even spell what the policy was. All he kept on saying was, she's not black. What did he say? He was talking about, she threw all these niggas in jail. Just the same right-wing talking points over and over. I think that's the biggest problem. You got a lot of these dumbass niggas regurgitating these right-wing talking points. I'm telling you, bro, like you said, we have to silence them. These FBAs, these super coons like Tariq, Philip Coon Scott. Who else there's Anton Phillips. This, who else be cooning? You said his name, Boyce Watkins. He's another super coon. We need to just excommunicate these people. We need to, because there's too much buck dancing and cooning on YouTube. For real. I'm just disappointed in all this dumbness. And then he tried to blame it on black people. I'm like, nigga, do you know if black people live in a good neighborhood, in a good environment, they're not going to become gangsters and thugs. I'm sorry, I don't know where you read that at, but we're not by default a degenerate people. So I just had to spot on here because I just hearing that bullshit and I'm like, this dumbass nigga sounds smart to other dumbass niggas. Oh, I didn't vote. I didn't vote because Biden said he was gonna give. He said he's gonna give us more money, and it didn't happen. I'm like, nigga, do you know how a law happens? Do you know you gotta compromise on stuff? Do you know that's how it go? Presidents don't write laws, nigga. You know that, right? This our education system, especially down south, is horrible, bro. Horrible. So we got to keep on. I'm glad y'all here in these YouTube streets educating our lost souls, because there's a lot of dumb niggas out here. A lot of them. I mean, I lived in the bubble thinking that niggas were smarter than that, but listening to these niggas on here, no. I realize there's a bunch of dumbass niggas out here. Good Lord. It makes you think like we cooked. but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Maybe shit gets so bad, niggas wake up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because if you want a good video on tariffs that explains it real well for these dumbass niggas, go on YouTube and type in Linus Tech Tips Tariffs. And he breaks it down for all these dumbass niggas. He breaks it down what's going to happen. And then for Kamala Harris, just type in Kamala Harris father. I gotta tell you, I put it in the chat, the exact video that actually shows a nigga looking like George Jefferson. So, but yeah, that's all I had to say, man. I just was just irritated. I give you a lot of credit for being patient, but hey, you at least you got $50 off that dumbass nigga. So I was glad you stood 10 toes down and was like, there's no Asian law, nigga.
Yeah. Well, right, I appreciate the call, man. You take care and stay safe.
All right, man. You too.
Oh man, we're gonna end it on that note, bruh. Happy Sunday to everyone, bruh. Happy Sunday to everyone. I think I may play some COD, or I may just go to sleep, bruh. I may just go to sleep. I've been saying we've been trying to play COD for a minute now. Yeah, but I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but we'll see. We'll probably play tomorrow. Anyways, everyone, take care. Stay safe. Be amazing. I will catch y'all mañana.